Um, meow, 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 meow.
Hello everyone, Editor Squidbeak here again, and I'd like to introduce you to the Summer Clash, a seasonal tournament hosted on the Amyverse Discord server, which you should definitely join, would recommend. Basically, we invite everyone from the server, no matter what skill level or rank, to participate in this tournament. Previously, we had the Spring Splash, which you should go watch if you haven't, and it was a 1v1s tournament, but this time, it's way better. We have more teams, and they're all teams of 2. This isn't the last of this kind of tournament we'll see on the server, so if that sounds fun for you, you should definitely join the Discord server, linked in the description below. With all that out of the way, let's go on to the tournament.
We are not recording the high 90 guys.
Welcome everyone to the Amyverse Summer Clash 2026, the second tournament in the Seasonal Showdown series. I'm your host, Amy, and I am joined here today with the champion of Spring Splash, Cat Allen.
Hello, everyone.
Anyways, so this tournament is going to be a 2v2 tournament, unlike Spring Splash, which was 1v1. But similar to Spring Splash, it's going to be week-long. We're going to have one Swiss round every day from Monday to Friday. And then on Saturday, we're going to have a top 4 cut. So we currently have, I believe, 12 teams competing. And we are going to be having a few fewer feature matches than in Spring Splash. But we have chosen the ones that would be the most fun to watch. And hopefully this is going to be a really fun tournament. Alan is also playing in the tournament, unfortunately. So everyone be aware of Alan. He's a little sweaty.
No, buddy. I'm gonna get last place, trust.
Very true. You will totally get last place, and you're definitely not going to be 1-0 at the end of today.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting last place, but still.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
But yeah, without further ado, let's start round 1. Alright, round 1. We have Autopilot and Wahoo Skib, aka Bread, versus It Nick and Marquis. And for this round 1, the recommended map and mode is Mahi Mahi Resort Splat Zones. So, Autopilot and Wahoo Skib on Stamper and Explo versus the Tetras and Mid Decav from Nick and Marquis' side. So let's see who's going to get this one. Alan, what do we think of this matchup?
It seems like a pretty uneven matchup. Explo has a ton of paint and of course Splashdown can be annoying. Again, especially into this comp, they have really nothing to shoot down the Splashdown here.
Yeah, and it does seem that they're going to use that paint power to get the zone immediately.
The other comp does have a lot of space hold.
Yeah.
They have to rely on Bubble to get in here to create some space.
You see, Marquis does get that bubble out, pushing the bubble into the zone, blocking the splashdown, but unfortunately gets taken out by the Zipcaster here.
Autopilot looking to get a pick here on Nick, but just recalls, was barely able to get a pick.
Wahoo Skib still just painting up the splashdown here. Nick tries to go in. They're going to need to pop some specials here. Nick close to that reach slider, managing to pop it immediately in zone. Let's see if they get the cap here. Unfortunately, goes down to Wahoo Skib. Yeah. That is going to be another wipeout.
Yeah, that reef wasn't really that good, honestly. Just reefing the air. You could have, boot Autobomb at least before, and then, that gives them space. But now the purple team is on the back end here, trying to contest zone. They have to bubble front. Okay, yeah, they managed to cap zone, and they just green team just gave them space for some reason. I don't know. What are we thinking here, Amy? What are we thinking here?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. This comp seems really, really outmatched here because it looks like Vermilion Eagles has so much paint, and they're able to just go in and shark and take fights from a distance, whereas Autobomb here is just unable to push in without specials, and if they're not able to paint for specials, which with those weapons they're not able to paint much at all, it might be a little bit difficult for them to get in and take the zone here. However, there's still 40 or so ticks remaining. There's still something that Team Autobomb can do
Autopilot
here.
on the flank here gets picked off early. They have a splashdown to hold the zone here. Will they actually pop splashdown here?
Let's see,
Probably
they're going
not,
to
they
need to
have
get...
to
Okay,
back
and they managed to get the cap
nothing
here.
is-
Team Autobomb managing to push in and put a penalty on Team Vermilion Eagles here. Let's see a trade
Here we
right
see a
here.
trade. Yeah, trade coming out here.
That's
Pretty bad.
Nick versus Wahoo Skib. So Nick is going to be able to keep the zone going, but Wahoo Skib has more burst paint from afar here. And then we see Autopilot
Wahoo
respawning, both of them, or just one of them actually, getting taken out by that Reef Slider. And then Maki goes down to the splashdown. And then the zone gets taken back by Vermilion Eagles.
Purple team doesn't really have any way to push front here. Like, we're just dropping and dying.
Does seem a little bit difficult for them. Although they did get the penalty onto the opponents here.
Auto does manage to get a pick here on
Maki
on
trying
Nick.
to make a push from
And a-
behind.
and-
Unfortunately.
and a double, actually. I think.
Yeah, the flank unfortunately fails here. As Autopilot...
Nick dropping left again, trying to contest the Autopilot stamper, but just
Autopilot
gets
and
picked
Wahoo
up by-
Skip managing to get it. Maki here trying to push up, managing to get Autopilot here and popping a bubble. Let's see, we're going to need to see a contest from the zone here. Unfortunately unable to, and that's going to be game 1 going to Vermilion Eagles. Alan, what do we think of that game? What do we think Team Autobomb has to do to take this next game here? They're going to need to change up their weapons.
I don't think it's weapons. I think they just gotta play together more. Nick keeps on dropping in and just feeding before Maki can like push up.
That is quite fair. However, that is kind of the playstyle of the Tetra Dualies. It might seem that they might need to take a little bit more of a paint-heavy approach here. Alan! Ichi-ni-san, yeah? Arigato!
Genie-san, arigato.
Alright, game 2 time. So it looks like Team Autobomb has picked Tower Control on Hagglefish Market. And we do see the switch in weapons from Maki's side, picking the Dreadringer, and there's also Dreadringer on Vermilion Eagle's side, with Autopilot playing the Dread, with Wahoo Skip playing Nautilus.
Vermilion's Eagles comp does look better, considering the Nautilus is a very well short-range counter to this team.
Yeah, very much so, and they do seem like really good painting weapons as well. We do see a trade happening here,
yeah.
and then
Another slider comes out.
slider. Oh, is this a quad
Vermilion-
slider? No, there's a splashdown in here.
Yeah, that's a splashdown.
And so you see the tower being pushed here. Maki goes in, trying to get the tower off, or trying to get Wahoo Skip off the tower, but the Nautilus is just too strong, and without hitting every single shot, unfortunately, Maki's just not going to be able to get that pick here. Let's see if Nick is going to be able to compensate. Unfortunately, gets taken out by Wahoo Skib.
This is not looking good for Autobomb as of right now. Maki trying to retake the top right.
Definitely not a double slider here. No one gets the pick just yet. Wahoo.
It's a 1v2 scenario for Auto. Auto gets the pick. It's just Nick and Auto
Oh my
here.
gosh.
Oh my god, bro.
The Autopilot taking tower again. Here comes Nick
Oh,
with the Reef Slider. Unfortunately, gets blocked by the tower here. Maki respawning immediately. Is almost about to get taken out by Autopilot. Really, really low here. Nick gets taken out. Let's see. It's going to be a Dread versus Dread, but then Wahoo Skip comes out of nowhere and double teams. Managing to get the pick here for Vermilion Eagles.
I don't think they should like stack tower here. They honestly, Auto needs to go and like slide her in and get a pick. Or just control the top right, but he's not
We can see both of them kind of huddling in the same location here. Maki's going to need to try and take the tower from afar, using that AoE, unfortunately unable to because of the burst shots from that Nautilus combined with the Dreadringer. Is just a deadly combo. Alan, what do we think of this matchup in terms of weapons? Is there any way that Autobomb can take this back? Okay, there's the answer right there. Unfortunately for Autobomb. That's going to be a clean sweep from Vermilion Eagles, who go up 2-0. One more win, and they're going to take this set.
So the Nautilus is a huge counter pick here. Fastest kill rate out of the entire lobby, obviously.
Yeah, in general, it seems that Dread and Nautilus are just really good weapons for this sort of format here, because...
Both good painting, yeah.
Yeah, good paint, good damage, able to get the short-range weapons really easily. In general, it's really good. Alright, let's go. Game 3. picking Rainmaker on Hammerhead Bridge for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
This is just really giving more power to the long-range weapons, as we do see Autopilot picking the pencil here, and we see Dynamo. So, Alan, you kind of called it there. Dynamo coming out from Maki's side. Let's see what they're going to do on Hagglefish. Oh, not Hagglefish, on Hammerhead, though. If this was Hagglefish, they could probably do something, but...
We already picked Hagglefish.
It looks like Team Autobomb really has a death wish. But you know what? Maybe we're completely wrong and they're just going to absolutely win this game.
Oh, Auto getting a nice pick on the rain at the start. Maki stuck in a 1v2 scenario.
Really good. Unfortunately, it goes down here. Too much paint on Team Vermilion Eagles here. Unfortunately, with like very little paint from the Tetra Dualies and like very little consistent paint from the Dynamo. It's going to be really hard for Team Autobomb to take this back, but let's see.
One player goes down from Vermilion Eagles. They had the cooler boost, so Wahoo can immediately respawn.
Yeah, but you see the Reef Slider coming out, not managing to get anyone though, but Itnik is still alive here, really weak, and manages to get the Rainmaker there. And here we see Autobomb managing to take this checkpoint. This is pretty good progress here. Let's see how Nick is going to fare going. Oh, yeah.
They have cooler. They're, I don't know, are they close to Slider? Yeah, they're kind of close to Slider. Honestly.
So then we see the cooler. Wahoo Skip going down here. Itnik somehow still alive. Let's take a look. Maki here pushing the Rainmaker. They're going to push all the way up.
But he doesn't realize that. Auto goes down.
Let's go. Maki trying to push the Rainmaker all the way up. The splash comes in. Here is the Reef Slider. If Maki can paint the pedestal and manages to get the win here. This is surprising. Really good comp choice here from Team Autobomb. Even though the stage was not great, they did manage to pull off the strategy. And here we see Game 3 being won by Team Autobomb. Alright, it's time for Game 4. We're playing Splat Zones on Robo Ramen here. Team Vermilion Eagles is up 2 points, and Team Autobomb is on 1. So if Vermilion Eagles wins this game, they will win the set. But it's not over for Autobomb just yet, as we do see the Naught and Dread combo being picked once again from Vermilion Eagles. A very strong comp for this map mode. But on the other side, we have the Dynamo and Tetra Dualies. Dynamo can be quite strong on Robo. But let's see, because this is going to be a really difficult comp to face for Autobomb here. As we do see the Reef Slider coming out.
Maki gets picked off instantly.
Yeah, Autopilot with the Reef Slider, and there goes Nick, and here's the jump. That is going to be a quick wipeout. Wahoo Skib immediately just going for the taunt here, just wanting to splash down that jump. Let's take a look at what Autopilot's going to be able to do here, along with Wahoo Skib. To try and keep this lock going, we see a trade here. Maki managing to get a hit here, but not able to get the kill just yet.
They gotta play patient here eventually, just until they find the opening.
Yeah, I can...
But everyone is currently alive as of right now. Dynamo... We're seeing Dynamo verticals for some reason. I don't even know why.
Yeah. Here comes Nick with the Reef Slider and the Tetra Dualies. And managing to get the pick on Autopilot. That is going to be the zone cap for Team Autobomb here.
Maki going back to zone, just trying to hold this cooler. Just waiting. I don't know why he's popping it. What the hell?
Absolutely. This is a pretty decent spot for Team Autobomb here, because with that Dynamo roller, you're going to be able to get some good hits. Maki managing to avoid the splashdown here and jumping out. Let's see, but unfortunately just on the very tip of that ledge, gets hit by the Reef Slider, and now Team Vermilion Eagles has taken the zone once again.
We do see Maki trying to go in a 1v2 scenario.
Yeah, we do see a trade. Very good trade here, honestly. And we see Nick going in, but unfortunately with Wahoo Skib already knowing his whereabouts, that is going to be a very quick pick for Team Vermilion Eagles here.
Yeah, he must have got called out by Autopilot there.
Yeah, we do see...
And we see Maki going down early again.
Nick probably going to go down one more time. Autopilot missing a lot of shots, but... There's only so many you can hope your opponent misses until they end up getting it. And that is going to be Game 3 and the set going to Team Vermilion Eagles. A very well-fought set for both teams alike. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Everyone, it's time for round 1B. We have Apollo and Lil Red, who are on Team Splash and Dash, versus Tilocus and Agiha Tori, who are on Team The Wicked Twisters. So
These are some interesting comps here, honestly. We see Gold Aerospray and Zap, and then Brush and Heavy.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Definitely some interesting comps. And for this match, we tried to find a pretty even skill matchup as well. Or, well, it was random, but we tried to spectate one that had an even skill matchup. And we do see Team Wicked Twisters here getting the first cap of the zone. Let's see how well Splash and Dash is going to be able to get back in. We see the Brush, unfortunately, going in and getting taken out. Apollo here, very, very low. Let's see if they're going to get taken out too. Managing to stay alive and keep the pressure going. Throws a Wave Breaker, but unfortunately gets taken out. The Wicked Twisters here are going to be able to push all the way down to 40. Here comes the Octo Brush. Let's see. Lil Red, unfortunately, unable to get a pick here just yet and goes down. And then here comes Apollo. Let's see if Apollo is going to be able to push in. And unfortunately, Tilocus comes in with that end zap. And that is going to be game 1 going to the Wicked Twisters. A very, very quick game. We do see the Octobrush coming in, but unfortunately it is not going to be enough.
Oh, and the lag is that?
A little bit of lag, yeah. Wow.
Amy.
Hi.
Hi.
Nanigaski.
Hi.
Alright, it's time for game 2. We are once again on this stupid map, on this stupid mode. Let's see how team... What is that team name? I forgot. Oops.
Splash and Dash and the Wicked Twisters.
That's right. Let's see how Team Splash and Dash is going to be able to take this back, because they did pick this map and mode, and we can see them picking Slosher and Sploosh. Very interesting pick. Sploosh on Hammerhead is pretty good, though, especially on Rainmaker, being able to get the early pick. They're immediately taking the Rainmaker, though, without getting a pick here. This is going to be a little bit risky here. Let's see if they're going to be able to take out Tilocus here. But Tilocus comes in with that end zap and takes out Lil Red.
Yeah, we do see Tilocus holding his cooler. No, not even holding the cooler, holding the Rainmaker, in fact.
Yeah, not even tries to rush in. The cooler. And then here comes a Slosher, managing to take it out with a trade here. And then Lil Red taking the pick. That is going to be a trade, and dies to the Rainmaker barrier, getting squished in between that and the checkpoint. Oh my, it's going to be a race.
This is a funny game so far.
This really is.
Solutions well.
Yeah, it's really a race of who respawns quickest. We can see Tilocus here kind of trying to shock, but the strikes force him to get out of that spot here. Apollo getting a pick onto Agiha here. Let's see. They try and take the Rainmaker, but unfortunately get taken out. And Tilocus managing to get the second pick. Let's go, Tilocus managing to get this pick here. And they're going to be the first team to get this checkpoint.
Yeah, we do see blue team trying to, placing the cooler here. Sploosh is trying to 1v1 the end zap, but the end zap goes down to the bucket.
Down goes Tilocus and Agiha Tori. And now let's see if a Team Splash and Dash is going to be able to take the Rainmaker all the way to the checkpoint. I see a little bit of lag as well, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, we can see the checkpoint. And Lil Red just kind of trying to shock here a little bit. Unfortunately, gets taken out by Tilocus, and they managed to get the double pick here. Now they are going to be able to take the lead very easily, with the end zap being able to paint up really well here. Let's take a look.
They did already have lead, but they can extend this lead farther. The Sploosh is teleporting on my screen.
Oh yeah, the Sploosh is teleporting on my screen too. Agiha going in, getting taken out by the Slosher. And we see a double trade here. With the Rainmaker staying...
It's a very laggy game right now, but that's the entertainment of Summer Clash right there.
Oh yeah, that's just adding to the fun, for sure. We see Apollo and Lil Red respawning quicker, and they're going to be the ones to take the Rainmaker earlier. Let's see what Tilocus...
Do you look at the builds here? We see a ton of run speed.
Oh yeah, and we see a double KO for Tilocus and Agiha here. You see, taking the Rainmaker and pushing this up all the way. Let's see if they're going to be able to take the knockout here.
Cooler does come out.
Getting closer. Tilocus going back.
what is happening here? The Sploosh manages to get the pick, but just the Zap alive.
Yeah, the Rainmaker goes down, but they're in quite a bit of an advantage situation here. They're going to need to take at least one pick with the Rainmaker. There's the pick, and then one more pick with the Sploosh. Unfortunately, unable to get it. That is going to be a trade, and that's up to Agihatori to take this final pick. Let's see if Apollo is going to be able to stop it with the Slosher. Seems like Agiha is going to want to go in for the pick, but unfortunately...
You seem to be just, like...
pretty bad here. And Splash.
We're just generally not like pushing. Like that was a wide open goal. I don't know. We were just walking back. I guess we got scared of the bucket. But we do see the Aerospray managing to get the pick on the Rainmaker and a double, in fact.
And Lil Red going in unprotected here is really not that good of a plan. Should have waited for Apollo to come in with that Slosher to try and assist the push here. But unfortunately, without that, that's not going to work. And we see Lil Red kind of going for a shock. It's a bit of lag, kind of hard to see. What is going on? So much lag. And everyone's dying. People falling off. So much lag happening here. What is going on?
Do you think we'll see a hammer play this game, Amy? Do you think we'll see a hammer?
Oh, we have to. Like, this is going to be the only way that Team Splash and Dash is going to be able to get back in. They're going to need to get that hammer out somehow. We see Lil Red taking the first pick and the second. Lil Red's going to be able to take the Rainmaker here. But are they going to wait, or are they just going to take it? It looks like they're just going to take it in, not even waiting for Apollo and just kind of going in on their own. Kind of a death wish here, unfortunately. Let's see if they're going to be able to get this pick. It seems like they're going in completely unprotected. They're getting the push. Oh my gosh. Wait, they're getting the push. Lil Red is going up and they managed to take the lead. Oh my gosh. Pushing all the way to 3 here. That is going to be 15 seconds left on the clock for Team Wicked Trainers to try and get this push. They're going to need a reverse sweep here in order to get this win. An insanely good but insanely laggy push from Team Splash and Dash. Here comes Lil Red trying to get the pick. If they kill the Rainmaker, it's going to be over. Lil Red goes down. Here comes Apollo. And let's see, one more hit. And that is going to be it. And unfortunately, unable to do so, Team Wicked Twisters is going in. And they managed to take the reverse lead. That is insane here.
Wait, this is 1-1, right?
Oh, no, it's 2-1. I think.
Oh, wait, 2-1. What? Huh? We only
oh, wait, no. They didn't get the lead. Oh, I wasn't looking. Never mind.
They didn't lead.
They didn't get it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so now we are 1-1. All right, it's time for Game 3. We see Apollo and Lil Red on Team Splash and Dash versus the Wicked Twisters on Wahoo World Splat Zones. And we see the same weapons played by the Wicked Twisters here, and the same weapons on the other side too. So let's see who is going to be able to take this game.
Both teams rush into middle, trying to claim the zone. Little Red going in a 1v2 scenario.
Yeah, just going really aggressive, managing to get one. Let's see, Apollo focusing more on painting the zone here, but Talokas just goes in and gets the pick immediately. Probably should have tried to go in for the splat here on Apollo's side, but it's okay, because they're going to have a lot of opportunities to get back in with that triple Ink Strike and Ultra Stamp. Alan, what do we think of the weapon matchup in this? I think this is pretty interesting here. Is it even, would you say?
In a sense, they have Hammer to counter the Booyah. Yeah, Hammer does come out, manages to get 2.
Getting the double pick here, managing to secure the zone for Team Splash and Dash. Very, very valuable Hammer here. And let's see, Apollo.
We'll be seeing many strikes, though,
Apollo managing to predict the shot there. Very good shot with the Slosher here. And Lil Red managing to finish off that final pick here. And looks like Team Splash and Dash is going to be taking the lead. And
I honestly don't think we'll be seeing many strikes from the bucket due to the fact that recent patch, it got bumped up to 220p, which is kind of a lot of pain. But we do see the Sploosh going down to the Aerospray. It's a 1v2 scenario. Oh, not the Aerospray, the Zap.
Unfortunately, missing the shot here. Apollo, unfortunately, going down to Agiha. Let's see how well Team Wicked Twisters is going to be able to keep this lead. We see Lil Red just going in immediately, getting the trade, which probably should not have happened. And then here's Apollo with the Slosher, unfortunately goes down to Agihatori, and that is going to be most likely the lead going to Team Wicked Twisters.
Yeah, we do see Little Red trying to take this right flank here. But they do have Booyah.
Yeah,
They
here
won't
comes
pop
the
it here and
hammer,
die.
and managing to get the double pick. That is going to be the zone getting capped for Team Splash and Dash. Now, all they need to do is just keep this lock going. Lil Red immediately going on the offensive here, just waiting for people to push in. Unfortunately, not being proactive enough. Apollo goes down, but Giatori is getting chased by Lil Red here. Lil Red managing to get the pick, and manages to get the pick onto Locust as well. That is going to be the lead going to Team Splash and Dash. I'm loving this back and forth here, Alan. What do we think?
It seems like a Tom and Jerry chase scene as well, especially with this blue sharking in front, and I'm just like trying to get the
another easy splat for Apollo here, and they're going to be able to keep the lock going even further, getting the lead for Team Splash and Dash.
Yeah, Splash and Dash is in the lead here, but we probably won't see Booyah coming out here. One does go down. It's a 1v1.
So Lil Red just needs to keep the zone for just a little bit longer. A trade, not enough for Team Wicked Twisters to take the zone here, and that is going to be the win. Going to Splash and Dash, who moves up in the set 2-1. If they win this next game, they are going to win the set. Alright, time for Game 4. We see zones on Inkblot Art Academy. We have Team Splash and Dash on the same weapons, tried and tested, versus Tilokas and Agiha on Team the Wicked Trainers, with a different NZAP this time, playing for that Super Chump, which could be really good in zones. I think you do get less value with Cooler in a 2v2 than you do with Super Chump, so this could be extremely strong here, as we do see a trade happening as the very first pick of the game, and Tilokas going in and getting the pick on Apollo here.
Yeah, we do see that Zaps change might be crucial for them, because Chumps does allow them to gate space and paint on this, especially in zones. This is pretty good for them.
Yeah, and Chumps can be used as like kind of an extra teammate, like giving you more paint and more attack power as you go in on your own, and having that like sort of special that doesn't force you to transform into something else, but rather something that can support you all throughout is really strong. As we do see here, Tilokas managing to survive the onslaught of Lil Red's sploosh here, but unfortunately goes down to Apollo. That is going to be probably the zone's going to get taken here by Splash and Dash. Here comes Agiha taking the knock on Apollo here. Let's see if they're going to be able to get Lil Red, and here comes the stamp out of nowhere. And Tilokas to the rescue here, managing to get the stamp out of there, and they're going to be able to claim the zone once more, if they can get through Apollo, of course.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Here comes Apollo with the slosher. Apollo missing just one too many shots, and Agiha manages to take the splat here.
Yeah,
You see a trade. This is a very, very advantage position for Team Wicked Twisters. Apollo.
I honestly think blue team needs to go for like a hammer play here. It's worked.
Absolutely, we're going to need to see strikes. And here we do see strikes and the hammer coming out with the Booyah Bomb on Agiha's side, but a 2v1 is just going to be really hard to fight here, and we do see Team Splash and Dash taking this zone here.
Unfortunately, they did use all their resources to get zone. Sploosh is rushing in, trying to get the zap, but
unfortunately does go down.
Early.
Here comes Agiha and Tilokas. Apollo's all on their own and gets taken out by Agiha here.
Yeah, Orange team is like doing really well at holding
there goes
space
Lil
and
Red.
like knowing when to fight.
Yeah, but now Apollo is going to be... It's going to be all up to Apollo here to take the zone. We do see Super Chumps coming out. Apollo getting taken out by the Chumps, unfortunately. The Chumps were, in fact, a very good play here. And we see another splat getting taken by Agiha. Lil Red goes down, and this looks like a very, very good position for Team Wicked Twisters. Let's see if Splash and Dash can even do anything anymore to take back the zone. And we can see Lil Red going in, managing to take the splat on Agiha, and here comes the strikes here. This could be a turning point, but here comes Tilokas, and managing to get that splat. We are going to be going to a Game 5 here, as both teams are 2-2. Alright everyone, it's time for Game 5 of Round 1B. We have Splash and Dash versus the Wicked Twisters here, playing tower control on Bluefin Depot. We do see a switch in weapons from Apollo, going with the heavy splatling versus the same comp as we have been seeing the whole time on the Wicked Twisters side. Let's see who is going to take this final game in the set. Here comes Little Red going in from behind, and unfortunately, Apollo goes down with the heavy. There's Agia, Tori, and Talokas just focusing Little Red here, and they manage to get the pick. Talokas going down, unfortunately, but this is already a really good advantage state for the Wicked Twisters. There's Apollo.
Yeah, the Wicked Twisters on the gas pedal here, trying to go push the tower. Heavy goes down. The Sploosh is like trying to get tower. I think he is able to, or not. What's
with the trade. Let's see what Little Red's going to do. Probably going for a flank here, but allowing Wicked Twisters to just get more points. We do see a hammer throw, unfortunately missing and going right into the water. That is going to be a really quick push all the way to the end here, and the Wicked Twisters win the set. Alright, everyone, intermission time. We have Tung Soho versus Cat Allen.
Not T3, bro.
Alright, T3's gonna absolutely destroy you now. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you'll destroy T3. You're the T3 defeater after all, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Alan, you are the T3 defeater.
Now, time to lock out T3.
Okay.
Bro, T3, get away from me.
Yo! Okay.
Teleported.
Yo, that's crazy. Also, I should learn how to do the jump slash. That's not a bad idea.
It's really simple, honestly.
Yeah, you just jump and slash. That's it.
Yo, get! Oh, I almost fell off the map. They don't. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Alan.
Oh my God, T3 doesn't know, bro. This is crazy.
I'm scared. I can hear you. Oh my gosh, there you are.
Oh no, T3 spotted me! Oh no! No!
Oh my gosh! Oh! Nice hit, nice hit.
T3 down again, T3 down. No. I'm stupid.
Bro,
I thought Yo, what?
Yo, I'm dead. I'm so dead.
No, you're not.
I'm jumping off, bro. I want the quicker respawn.
So guys, T3 really
Good job, Alan.
So I was trying to say before I actually fell off the map like Amy or T3, that T3 sucks at the game.
Good job, Alan.
Like, fuck. I'm sorry.
Alan.
No, get away from me, T3. No.
Alan, come here. Yo, Alan.
I did not heal well.
Yeah, you might have gotten Tung tapped again.
What? Oh, hello.
Yeah, look.
Alan, come here. Oh, nice trade. Alright, is intermission over?
Oh yeah, intermission over.
Alright.
ladies, calm down. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, welcome to round 3. We have Team Ham and Cheese, Deli and Weenu playing Hydra and T-Tech versus Skunky and Indigo on Team We Love Ralsei playing Tower Control on Wahoo World. Both of these teams are currently 0-1.
Yeah, we do see Deli playing the Hydra spot lane with tenacity, and we do see Vino on that T-Tech, and Indigo and Skunky running some pretty good weapons, Luna and Trashing respectively.
And you see Skunky immediately going down to the Hydra.
Very early.
Alan, what do we think of Hydra for a 2v2 format here? Do you think it's a good pick?
It's pretty awkward. Backlines haven't really proved themselves yet. They have the potential if used by a very skilled player. And we see a potential 1v1 scenario. Just like Skunky waiting for that right moment to catch Deli off guard here.
Yeah, we can see, but Deli giving the jumps and like being able to kind of push in. Here we see Skunky almost getting the pick on Vino here. Let's see, managing to get the direct here. Very nice shot from Skunky. Let's see if he's going to be able to get the stamp hit. Unfortunately, unable to. And now they're going to try and chase down Deli here, but deciding not to go in too far. Probably the best idea, because the Hydra is going to outrange the Luna pretty badly. We see here Deli just kind of taking far away. Oh,
1v1 scenario. Delhi comes out on top here.
managing to get the double splat here as well.
Yeah.
Very strong position for Delhi.
Hydra can be very strong here since they have like no way to shred bubble unless they have top specials. And Skunky goes down pretty early before like Indigo can even like position.
Absolutely.
And
And
Indigo goes
unfortunately,
down, yeah.
with this lack of paint on the blue team here for Team We Love Ralsei, unfortunately, this is not going to be great because the Lunar Blaster is a weapon that really needs paint to go in and really do anything. So without any paint, especially with Indigo's weapon just not being able to provide that burst paint, this is going to be a really difficult spot for We Love Ralsei if Team Ham and Cheese can get into a good position, which they are in right now. This might be more than settled here for game one.
Yep, and that's should be the game right there. But for some reason they went on the tower. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, one more checkpoint left. Back to back knockouts constantly. Skunky managing to get the pick here. Let's see if they're going to be able to get the final hit. And unfortunately, just one little piece of damage away. And that is unfortunately going to seal We Love Ralsei's fate for this game one.
If they can actually grab the tower. Okay.
Oh, there's Skunky taking it to the end. Oh, wow. Huge wipeout here for Team We Love Ralsei. Delhi swimming in, but deciding not to go for the tower here and instead just giving jumps. Probably the better idea here. We see Indigo taking the tower and trying to push it further back, but getting absolutely destroyed by Delhi here, and Vino just going in and taking this huge splat here. No one really on the tower. They're kind of deciding between the both of them. Not sure why the Hydra's not going on tower, but it doesn't seem like it matters all too much here, as this game is almost sealed here. But once again, Skunky bringing it back, trying to keep this game going for as long as possible. No one jumps to the bubble. Probably a good move here. Alan, do you think there's any hope of Team We Love Ralsei for winning this game?
There's plenty of hope. They've clutched like 3 times to hold the objective here.
That's quite true.
Hammer coming out, trying to pick out the left. No one.
Okay, Skunky managing to get a pick here. Huge pick here. And unfortunately, Skunky just goes down to the Hydra. It's going to be quite difficult. Indigo's all alone on that tower. And I was about to say Vino needs to respawn quickly to get the pick, but looks like Delhi's able to get it all by himself. And the tower's back in Team Ham and Cheese's possession here.
Yeah, this seems like a really hard position for We Love Ralsei. I don't believe Skunky has that gambit that they equipped. And one does go down. Skunky just like stuck in 1v2. Opposite backed out.
Yeah, constantly just getting hit by chip damage here. And we see the tower being taken once again by Team Ham and Cheese.
Skunky just striking out, like making sure like they can actually push it. Indigo's opting to take the left here. Probably not the best choice, but the T-Tech doesn't rush them. Instead, rush to Luna.
Okay, here we go. Skunky managing to get one pick here. And now it's just Delhi who needs to get this one final pick on Skunky to almost seal this game. Let's take a look. Here comes the hammer. Delhi with the pretty good dodge here. And Skunky is going to be at a really weird position because without any range or paint power, they are not going to be able to do anything. Oh, and that is going to be a disconnect on Skunky's side. This is very unfortunate here.
This will still result in a loss for We Love Ralsei.
Unfortunately, yes. The disconnect happened way too late. There's going to be another disconnect.
Double DC.
Double DC on both teams. Oh my. Well, that is going to be game one going to Team Ham and Cheese. Good thing the DCs happened really late because it wasn't looking too winnable for Team We Love Ralsei there. But let's see how they're going to be able to take this back in game two.
Assuming they don't DC this time.
Hopefully.
Oh, man. Dang it.
Alright, it's time for game two of round three. Round two here, actually. Game two of round two. I swear, I said round three when we first started. That's my bad. It is round two.
God, Amy. You do see a custom Wellstring and Roller against
Wellstring
a and Vanilla Charger.
Charger's very interesting here, and Wellstring with a Roller? Not a lot of paint there on that side. Alan, what do we think of this weapon matchup, especially on Rainmaker of all things?
This seems really weird, just seeing a Wellstring with Gambit, but the Charger does have Vacuum, which is pretty nice into this comp, except the Roller can just cancel the back. Just like some even spacing out here needs to happen, and
Delhi managing to get the double pick here Very, very important on Rainmaker because you can go in really quickly. Unfortunately, missed roller flick from Indigo here. He's kind of trying to spam roller flicks and attempt to get the pick here. Popping the bubble near the Rainmaker and taking it, but dying to a bomb hitting the Rainmaker shield, or the bubble actually.
Kind of unfortunate that happened there. He just went slightly in front of his bubble, allowing Deli to just throw a simple suction. We have vacuum here. I don't think we're gonna push. We have Slider.
Okay, so the Slider does get a pick here. Very, very huge. Taking the Rainmaker and just kind of pushing to try and get some points here. Here comes Indigo with the roller, managing to get the splat, but dying to something. What was it? The Rainmaker shield?
Yeah, it was the Rainmaker shot. He shot after he died.
Then here comes the Wellstring, managing to get the explosion on the Rainmaker here. Huge object damage from the Wellstring, and then Skunky just picking up the Rainmaker, trying to get this pick on Deli, managing to get it. Very, very important shot here. Where is the Charger at? They really need to get this pick right now.
The Charger is currently on the rails, or at least near the rails.
Alright, here we go. Team We Love Ralsei is now in a pretty decent position, and they could possibly push the Rainmaker quite far. Deli out of ink here, unfortunately unable to get any picks, and that is going to be the knockout for Team We Love Ralsei. Wow.
That was something.
That was something. What are we doing? Not refilling ink? And the Charger was just kind of over-focusing on Indigo. Indigo being a huge distraction, or whoever it was, I don't know who picked up the Rainmaker, but whoever wasn't on the Rainmaker was being a huge distraction there, and just managed to divert the Charger's attention so far that they just managed to steal the game.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, time for Game 3. We are on Barnacle and Dime playing Splat Zones. Both teams are currently 1-1 in this set. Let's see who is going to be able to take the match home. We see the Dread and the T-Tech on Team Ham and Cheese versus L3 and Stringer on Team We Love Ralsei. Very interesting pick for Splat Zones here. And we do know that L3 got buffed recently, right, Alan?
Yes, it practically has the same range as H3, but Blue Team, of course, here has a ton of paint spam and strikes and slider to take space, kinda. Hammer does come out, not managing to get the pick. We do see a 1v1 happening.
Oh, and we see Skunky manages to come out on top here. Here comes the Reef Slider. Unfortunately, unable to get the pick on Skunky here, and this is where Team We Love Ralsei is taking the zone. There goes Skunky, trying to get this pick here. Unfortunately, unable to, and gets taken out by Deli on the Dreadringer. And the zone gets capped on Team Ham and Cheese's side, and that's going to be a wipeout.
Yeah, this does seem like a pretty good position for the Blue Team here. Getting another pick on Skunky, Indigo just respawning. I wouldn't go near the ledge here. We drop in the bottom left area for some reason.
Yeah, could be another really good distraction here, but unfortunately Skunky was not quite in position to play off of it. This is going to be quite difficult because these players on Team Ham and Cheese are playing some really good weapons for Lockout, but it does look like they were unable to keep the lock going for long enough. We do see a trade happening, and let's see who's going to be able to get this 1v1 here. Seems like Skunky is going to need to push right now. There's no waiting at all, because if they do, they're just going to lose out on the time remaining on the zone, and that is going to be a win for Team Ham and Cheese.
Stringer may not be the play, because we just keep on dropping bottom left, and we dropped bottom left when we were out of position.
Absolutely, we need to make coordinated pushes. If we're going to be distracting and going in and expecting to die, we have to do so with the intent that our teammate is going to be able to push the objective at the same time, or at least push from a different direction. Because if they're still respawning, then it's not going to be worth too much.
We probably will see Wilshire here anyways.
Alright, time for Game 4. Team Ham and Cheese is at a match point right now. If they win this next game, they are going to advance in the tournament with a record of 1-1. Of course, this is Swiss, so it doesn't really matter. Anyone can come back from an 0-2 scenario. But let's see which team is going to take this match home. We do see the Wellstring and Roller combo coming out once again. We are on Rainmaker once more, this time on Lemuria Hub. And we see Deli going really aggressive with the Dreadringer and managing to get an important pick on Skunky here. And without the Wellstring to get big damage on the Rainmaker shield, it is not going to be looking good for Team We Love Ralsei.
Yeah, we do see that Team Ham and Cheese manages to get the first check for pretty like early, first minute of the game. We have strikes here, but we opt to fight the stringer who drops down and just into a 1v2 scenario. Not the best play. I expect that from a roller. We're just holding the strikes here. We can push objective here after we've chopped strikes, maybe. Okay, yes we do. We see Jelly picking up the Rainmaker.
Yeah,
Here,
kind of trying
just,
to
like,
push as
going up
many
the
points as we
platform.
can. Team Ralse is going to need to try and take this pick right now in order to make anything happen. Skunky still at full health, just immediately pushing Deli here. Manages to get the pick. Very, very important thing here. And we see Skunky managing to actually get the wipeout all on their own here. This is quite good. And now Indigo might be able to take the Rainmaker all the way to the first checkpoint.
Yeah, we even have Bubble here to help push the objective a little, but we see him pop a little early because the Dread was just peeking out the roller here.
Yeah, this fight is going on for quite a long time, much longer than I would have expected, and Deli somehow comes out on top and goes after Indigo from behind and manages to get the pick on the Rainmaker, immediately stopping the push from Wheel of Ralse.
Yeah, we see this Dread is trying to like climb up this top mid here, maybe going for a slider play on the right side. Yes, he does. He slides the well string.
Manages to get the well string here. Indigo kind of all on their own. Unfortunate that their teammate can't really paint too much because Skunky is kind of trying to go a little bit more on the aggressive to try and pop the Rainmaker shield, and in so doing has not left a lot of paint for Indigo to work with. And if you're playing the roller, you kind of need your teammate to paint for you, isn't that right?
Yes, this is very true. Wellstring does have some decent paint, but it's not enough to back up the roller. Not going to be a free one, I believe.
Yeah, one more wipeout later, and Team Ham and Cheese takes this match 3-1. That's going to be the end of the round, and yeah, pretty well played game from both teams here. But it's not over for Team We Love Ralse just yet. We're honestly expecting a record of 3 wins and 2 losses to be able to make it to top cut. So I imagine there's a chance that we'll see more of We Love Ralse. Wait, no, you have a switch too. It's fine. Okay, time for the next bracket of round 2. We have the backliner girls, Utsu and Puru versus Ghost and Halo. Puru and Utsu are currently 1-1. Well, they're currently 0-1, and Halo and Ghost are currently 2-0. So, Alan, what do we think of this matchup? We're seeing double Gal on one team, 2 different kinds, and Heavy and Doolies on the other.
Double Gal could mean a ton of aggression here, but Piru's Heavy should be able to keep a distance and slime out both the Gals. And we do see Piru here getting a double. Utsu is jumping in. The 96 does respawn, probably painting for cooler right now. Just hold tower here, just like waiting to get that first check eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to keep the checkpoints as long as possible is the name of the game here, especially when you're playing backline, because you want to try and keep the lock going for as long as possible. Unfortunately, the crab going all the way on the left here is probably not the best idea, but we do see Utsu managing to get both players over here, and he's going to be able to try and take this tower right back.
Yeah, and we do see Piru jumping back in here, and Utsu is going back to the tower, trying to hold this like small area here, like just suctioning out the ramp here.
And unfortunately, here comes Ghost with that 52 gal. That is going to be the wipeout on Team Backliner girls here. Unfortunately for them, their push was cut short, and now it's in Team iGhost's favor to take the lead.
Yeah, we do see Halo holding this cooler, waiting for Ghost to like. Actually, wait, Ghost is already with him. We can just like hold cooler. Yeah, we just place it now. I think someone dropped, honestly. I think it was Ghost. Yeah, gets the flank on the Piru.
Utsu managing to get the double pick with the crab here. Very, very strong position. But here comes the whales, and the whales actually managed to take out Utsu off of the tower here, and Piru dying to a fall off 52 gal shots. Now Team iGhost is going to be able to push the tower. Let's see what Team Backliner girls.
It seems really bad for Backliner girls here. We don't see like we don't have enough paint. We have a heavy and there's nothing. Ghost is on the flank here, manages to get Piru out early, but Halo also goes down to Utsu.
Halo managing Utsu managing to take out Halo and Ghost with the dualies here. Managing to push the tower all the way back into the middle. Let's see what they can do here. So it seems like Team Backliner Girls is still winning as of right now. See the crab ambush from the 52 gal. Puru also goes down, and Ghost managing to get this double pick with the 52. Obviously, the 52 gal is a really, really good pick for a 2v2 scenario because 52 can really hold its ground very, very well. It can paint really well too. And here we have the whales being used as a counter to the dualies. And we see Ghost managing to take the pick onto Utsu here. And there's Puro getting absolutely ambushed by the 52 gal. Not a very good position to be in if you're a backline, especially on Wahoo World of all stages. You see Team iGhost taking the lead. Let's see if they're going to be able to push the tower all the way to a knockout here. They're able to keep this lock going for quite a while. Of course, Puro up here menacingly looking at the top, but unfortunately gets taken out by both the gals in quick succession. And down goes Utsu once again.
Yeah, and Halo's the only one alive right now, just pushing that tower, making sure he can potentially break through the check or potentially even get knockout for that matter.
But there goes Pure, managing to get this pick over here, and Ghost goes down. There's another jump on the tower, and Backliner Girls are going to be able to get this knockout here.
And another jump pick happens here. Halo's done. Or not Halo. Ghost just jumped in and instantly died to Utsu, getting caught out by Pure probably.
Absolutely not the best jump there. But it is okay because they have a huge lead here. And with 1 minute left on the clock, they are at a pretty big advantage in this game. Let's see if Team Backliner Girls is going to be able to take this back. We see Ghost here going for a flank, trying to shark around and get a decent pick on Pure. The moment that she gets into position, starts shooting, manages to get Pure right from behind there. Utsu not able to get Ghost just yet. Here comes the crab tank. But with that killer whale, Utsu's going to need to start moving. The crab tank gets shredded and goes down to Ghost here.
Yeah, we do see Pure's the only one alive on Backliner Girls here. Trying to... Has to contest mid here eventually. As Ghost just like pushes, drops down. Maybe going for a flank here. Not would be the best idea, considering both people are watching. But Pure does go down pretty early here.
And there's Ghost getting the double kill trade. And with 14 seconds left on the clock, that is going to be game one going to Team iGhost. Let's see, there's still a chance, but it doesn't look very likely as no one is able to get on the tower in time. Moving to game two. Okay, now we just press start over by accident. No.
Oh my god.
Fat Alan, what have I done? Alan, I need to watch this huge intro cutscene again.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I have to go back to code.
Oh my gosh, we gotta type the codes again, Alan! What?
No, I freaking backed out entirely. No.
R4SE 1EJ5 0L5.
Man, we can't even discuss the game because like it's in live action. 0. Wait, that's 0. Okay. 5 1.
No, it's not valid. I typed it in wrong.
Oh my god. No.
Yo, what? I feel like I typed it in correctly though.
I got it.
Oh, I put a 3 instead of an E at the start. Okay.
Oh my god.
Alan, just...
Okay, wait,
what? It's still not valid? What? Alan, no.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, this game was bad. It's awful. Okay.
Oh, I got rid of the S. Yo, okay. This has to be it. Yes, we got it. Replay downloaded.
Okay, I low-key was delayed, kinda, so I had to, like, try to get to exactly where you were.
Oh, wait, I started it. Oops. I shouldn't.
Oh my...
Okay, I'll pause the moment I get in. Let me know once the people jump out. Oh, wait, no, we can't do that. Okay, you know what? I'm quitting the replay.
Oh my god, Amy, I'm just getting to the intro.
Oh my god, it's okay, just leave the replay. Yabba dabba doo.
Okay, anyways.
Okay, ready to press play? Yeah?
Oh my god. You didn't do a 3, 2, 1? Okay,
no, not yet. I haven't pressed it.
I hate this game.
Okay. Alright, it's time for game 2 of Backliner Girls versus Team iGhost here. My Ghost has the advantage with 1 point in the set right now, and we're seeing Tentabrella and 52 Gal versus Stamper and Heavy Splatling on Team Backliner Girls. Let's see how this game is going to go. We're playing Splat Zones on Crableg Capital. Very likely Pura's counter pick.
Yeah, and honestly, we do see Heavy able to still hold a ton of space, but like, wait,
We do see Team iGhost taking the zone first, and Halo here with the Tentabrella. What do you think of this pick for a 2v2 format here, Alan? Tentabrella seems like a weapon that can get rushed down pretty easily, but if you don't have that many people to rush you down, it seems like you're onto a winner with that weapon pick. What are we thinking? Yes, we do see the pressure is on from Pura's side, bringing out the Heavy Splatling, but of course, see a lot of chip damage on the other side with the 52 Gal and the Tentabrella dying to the Whales, and Ghost here is able to take the zone and keep it in Team iGhost's possession with only 17 ticks remaining on the clock. Team Backliner Girls is very likely not going to be able to get back into this. And this is going to be looking like a very clean Game 2 going to Team iGhost.
I just realized, oh, I did so bad, whatever.
Alan, were you muted?
I had to mute it because I realized I was in the wrong section. So
Oh.
I'm commentating like something that wasn't happening.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
So yeah, I realized I was like, wait, you didn't get to the part where Ghost got a double like at the start. I was like, okay.
Oh, oops. Okay, so
I just muted.
Alright. So I am on the third one now. This is the one that starts with RUVW.
I realized I was like, I didn't unmute myself. I was like, I'm glad I'm not because I was messing up so bad with the starters here.
Oh, it's okay.
So it kind of looks like you were talking to nothing. Like,
Oh,
so yeah, because like you did say my name. I was like talking. I was like, okay, yeah.
alright, I have the next one. Starts with RUVW.
Yeah. Honestly, you might have to include the part like Alan was muted on accident because they realized that they were wrong part or something.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was keeping it going for a decent amount.
Okay. Okay, this time.
Yeah. Alright, you got it?
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, yeah.
Press play in 3, 2, 1. Alright, it's time for Game 3 here, playing Rainmaker on Undertow Spillway. This is going to be the Backliner Girls versus iGhost once again. Team iGhost is currently 2-0 in this set. If they win this next game, they are going to be the victors of this set here, and they're going to advance in the tournament 2-0. So let's see if Team Backliner Girls can actually take it back in this game. We see Pura switching off of the Heavy Splatling and playing Wellstring now, but, along with Utsu, who's still playing the Splatana Stamper, and same comp on the opposing team with Halo playing the Tentabrella, and Ghost on the 52 Gal. Of course, we know 52 Gal is a very strong weapon for these sort of 2v2 matches, but Alan, what do we think of Tentabrella?
Tentabrella still holds a ton of space, as we saw in the Crableg zone game. Especially that Zuka. That Zuka can really pick out the backlines, especially like Wellstring, for example.
Absolutely, and we do see Puru getting taken out immediately by the Ink Mine of the Tentabrella here. So definitely utilizing every part of the kit is what Halo's doing here. And I think that Tentabrella can be very strong, because usually you kind of have to deal with a lot of opponents when you play Tentabrella. Like, you have to deal with a lot of stuff coming at you from different sides, but when there's only 2 people on the opposing team, theoretically there should be a lot less that is like working against you here. So honestly, Tentabrella might be an extremely good pick for a 2v2. But of course, you still do have to be quite good at it. And we see Team Backliner Girls taking out both players here. Ghost trying to go for a shock, but unfortunately unable to, and Team Backliner Girls is going to be able to take the Rainmaker.
Yeah, we do see Piru and Utsu rotating left, trying to pick off this Tet. This Tet's really like stuck in the corner. He's so what he's like one tap and still like barely lives. But Ghost is just trying to hold this area around the horseshoe of death. Ghost immediately rushes down the Rainmaker here, getting the pick.
We see the
And we do
Stamper
see-
here, not really able to hit their shots with the Stamper. Very, very unfortunate because that gave Team iGhost a chance to really push in and try and take the Rainmaker again, as they do so, and now they're going to try and make another push to go all the way back into the opponent's base. Alan, what do you think the game plan has to be for Team Backliner Girls to win this game?
I think they have to get a huge pick here. Oh,
And there they do, yep.
There.
There we go, Puro taking that really important splat onto the opponents here, and with that double, they're going to be able to push in and take the checkpoint, and now with the Wellstring, Puro has insane object damage and can take out the Rainmaker, but unfortunately Halo comes in out of nowhere with that Tentabrella and is able to just immediately get that hit.
Yeah, we do see Utsu and the Tenebrella currently stuck in a 1v1 type like scenario here.
Yeah, it really seems like whoever wins this 1v1 is going to be able to get the push here. Of course, we see Ghost respawning, trying to get this pick here, and there we go. With that shot of the Trizuka, Team iGhost is able to take that splat, and now they're going to be able to get the Rainmaker push all the way. Let's take a look, because I don't think it's quite over for Backliner Girls just yet here.
We do see Utsu going down pretty early here on the left track here.
Yeah, and a missed stamp throw from Puru is going to give Ghost a good opening, but Puru manages to get a double splat over here. Very, very strong position, and of course, with both of those weapons having really good object damage, they're going to be able to take that Rainmaker really quickly, and Puru is now going to be able to push the Rainmaker really far. But deciding not to do so and trying to instead go for a pick here, unfortunately, Ghost going around the grate, managing to get this pick onto Puru. This is going to be huge, and Team iGhost here was able to get this wipeout.
Yeah, we do see Puru respawning, trying to like probably hold this left side here. The Ted is just watching her, maybe opting to push it with the shield. Yeah, and yeah, they do. They push with Zuka. Utsu goes down to the Rainmaker or Zuka. I don't even know. The Rainmaker is gonna try to go right, extend that lead by a whole.
Yeah, there
by
goes
a
Ghost
lot of
trying
points here.
Yeah, getting the Rainmaker
Up to
all the
4,
way
really.
to 4, which is pretty huge. But there we go, Backliner Girls able to get the wipeout here. Very, very important. And with 30 seconds remaining on the clock, this looks like it's going to be the penultimate push of the game. If Team Backliner Girls is able to get this push going, they might just win, but it might not be easy. Pure managing to get a splat with the Rainmaker.
Early, yeah.
Onto Halo here. Pure just still kind of pushing up. The Zipcaster here, unfortunately not able to find a pick here. Ghost trying to go around and get a flank. Fortunately, Halo going down, and that is going to be the splat. And here, Pure is going to be able to take the Rainmaker all the way to the end. That is going to be Game 3, going to Backliner Girls. This might be a pretty big comeback for them here. Let's see if they're going to be able to keep it going in this Game 5. Or Game 4, actually.
Yeah, Game 4. It's Game 4. Yeah. Oh my god.
Alright, it's time for Game 4 of the Backliner Girls versus Team iGhost. We have Puru playing the Mini Splatling and Utsu on the Vanilla Blaster versus Halo on the Slosher and Ghost, disgustingly, playing the 52 Gal. Once again, we are on tower control on Urchin Underpass. Team iGhost has 2 game wins right now versus Team Backliner Girls with just 1, so they're going to need 2 wins in order to take this set. But if Team iGhost is going to be able to take this win, then they will advance in the Summer Clash with a record of 2-0.
Yeah, we do see that the bucket does go down early to Utsu, and Utsu does get a second pick on Ghost here.
Yeah, managing to get the 52 is pretty good here. Now they're going to be able to set up a pretty decent lock. Of course, the Mini is able to outrange the 52, and especially with that bubble, Pure might be able to get some really important range advantages on that 52 Gal. As we do see, they're both like fighting as of right now. Here come the strikes. Unfortunately, Pure being moved out of her spot here, and there we go. Ghost managing to get the trade here. And now Halo just needs to get the splat onto Utsu. But Utsu is still applying ample pressure here, doesn't want to overextend. And here comes the 52, and unfortunately, Utsu goes down here.
Yeah, we do see Piru's kind of alone here, getting rushed down by Ghost and Halo. Piru might go down here. Piru does, in fact, yes, go down.
Unfortunately for Team Backliner Girls, they're in a bit of a weird spot here because with that much range on the Slosher and with the 52 having walls and stuff, this lock is going to be pretty difficult to escape. See what Puro and Utsu can do against this here.
We see that both of them respawn. Utsu opting to drop on right side, and Puro does opt to drop on right side as well, but But Utsu goes down early, and same as Puro, honestly.
Yeah, and Puro is playing Haunt, so she's going to be able to see her opponents through walls. If they get a pick on her, she's going to be able to see them through walls on the next life that she has, which can be quite useful for the mini, although not too sure how good it is in
You're
general.
just like hugging the pillow here. Strikes come out. Puro's like stuck on the left corner here, actually.
Strikes, down goes Utsu, and Pure is the only one remaining and getting the trade on Ghost. Unfortunately, a trade is not quite enough here, but thankfully she was able to buy just enough time for Utsu to go in and try and get this pick onto Halo. This is going to be a very important shot. Halo running out of ink and unfortunately gets taken out by Utsu here. This could be a pretty big turning point for Backliner Girls. Here comes Ghost, taking the pick onto Utsu, and just immediately going towards the tower, not even trying to take out Puro here. Puro knows that Ghost is in fact there, so he's not able to shock quite right now. Going in the other direction here, but Puro and Utsu can kind of just ignore him and kind of go for the tower here. Here comes Ghost, getting one pick, but unfortunately Utsu right there, able to avenge Puro right there in the moment.
Yeah, we do see that Utsu does have bubble here. The Bucket's probably gonna try to get strikes, maybe like get rid of the shred that bubble.
Definitely.
And then just Ghost just like might go on the flank here. Actually opting not to go on the flank. So Utsu's going for the Graves, trying to pick a fight here. But then just goes down early to Ghost here. It's just Puro versus Ghost, and Ghost comes out on top with that aura as well.
Alan, what are we thinking of the double bubble comp for Team Backliner Girls? I wonder...
Oh, yeah, that double bubble comp? Oh, we're not really seeing much bubbles in the front, really. Like, there's no bubbles to push front. Especially from a mini, I'd expect to see, like, 8 bubbles.
Yeah, it is pretty difficult because without offensive specials, they're not going to really be able to get into decent positions here. Unlike the opposing team that has Strikes and Killer Whale, which is going to be able to help them get into the fray here. Bubble is more of like, if you're able to get in, it'll stay there, and you can kind of just keep your lock going and keep your position standing strong and be really assertive with how you take space. But that's only if you're able to take space with only your main and sub-weapon. So Team Backliner Girls is going to need a lot of coordination in order to make this work. See Ghost trying to go for a shock here, but here comes the bubble from Puro. Very, very strong bubble being placed on the tower here, and with just a little bit more, they might just be able to take the lead in this last 20 seconds of this Game 4.
Yeah, we do see a bit of, like, another bubble actually coming out.
Second
here.
bubble unfortunately gets destroyed by the tower here. Very, very bad bubble here, but Puro being able to get Ghost here. This is huge, and with that final wipeout, that is going to be Game 4 going to Team Backliner Girls. These teams are both 2-2, match point each. The next winner is going to be able to take this set home.
Yeah, and we do see that iGhost is actually able to counterpick this time, so Backliner Girls have to play on their map mode choice.
See how that's going to work out for them.
Game 5.
Alright everyone, it's time for Game 5 of this Round 2B. Backliner Girls versus Team iGhost. The winner of this game is going to be advancing in the Summer Clash with a positive record, I believe. Puro and Utsu on Team Backliner Girls playing Ballpoint and Stamper here. And actually, this is a down pair match because Team Backliner Girls is 0-1 against Team iGhost, who's 1-0. So if they're able to get this win here, that will be amazing for their resistance. But let's see how this is going to work. If Team iGhost wins, they're going to be advancing in the Summer Clash with a record of 2-0, putting them a cut above the rest here. You see Puro going down, but Utsu bringing out the Splatana Stamper once again, pretty decent pick for the stage, although unfortunately iGhost with the broken 52 gal is going to be able to get these picks here. Very, very important to get because, of course, on a stage like this, the Rainmaker is very strong as a weapon, being able to poke over the ledge, and that is going to be an extremely quick, underwhelming, unfortunately, Game 5. That is going to be the win going to Team iGhost, and they're going to be proceeding in the Summer Clash with a record of 2 wins, 0 losses.
Yeah, we do see a ton of teams that actually have been doing pretty well so far in this tourney, in these feature matches.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the teams that's during the feature matches that we have 2-0 currently. So it's pretty much a sweep. I wanted to see a reverse comeback personally, but it just didn't happen. One thing I did notice at the start of the game, Ghost took off his gambit. Ghost took off the gambit off.
I have no clue either, Aaron.
Gus.
Alan, the Roaring Knight. Alan, the Roaring Knight is calling.
Oh my god, no. Yo, I gotta pick up. Hello? I traded.
I got 2. Yo, I got 3. Yo!
The gambit, Amy. Nice. Give me those 30 seconds.
Alan!
Oh, I'm fine.
No, I got you, bro.
Alright, go. Alright, let's go.
This moment. Alan, come on.
Oh
No,
God,
how did you die?
Bro, my shield is non-existent, remember?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, there's one in middle. This game sucks. Yo! I got him. I'm crazy. I'm jumping out. Give me the hell out of here.
Alan, the Roaring Knight is calling. You gotta pick up, bro. You gotta pick up.
Oh yeah, I'm picking up. Hello? I'm picking up.
Oh my gosh. Help!
I'm hearing the Roaring Knight cry. I'm hearing the Roaring Knight cry right now.
Alan, no. I'm actually getting touched everywhere.
Alright, go. Yes.
I'm dead.
He's weak. He's 70.
Okay.
No.
Alan, one behind.
Yo, the Dapple has Reef, bro. What am I gonna do? My shield is non-existent. I don't think my shield can take that. No!
Alan, I got you. Have the suction bomb.
I just jumped.
Yo, I'm gonna get 2. Okay, I got this explode.
Nice.
Oh, I died. No. Alan, the weak. Yes.
No.
Alan, block. Alan.
No! I'm flashed out again. Thank you. It didn't kill anyone. Jump on me.
Yo, I got you.
I'm trying to guard your jump with my life. No.
I don't know why I ended up jumping. I was really close.
Who's this guy?
Yo, who is this? Who is this? Yo, Alan!
What is he I genuinely can't.
Yo, I cannot, bro. Cannot. Yo, I'm pushing the explode. Yo, explode dead.
I'm pushing. I'm dead. Okay, I just got wallbanged.
Oh my gosh, the mini's weak.
90.
I know.
He's no longer 90.
Yo, watch this.
Oh my god, you're crazy.
Yo, look at the bubble.
No.
Yes, bro. The freaking suction bomb. Yeah.
I got that.
Yo, Alan, this is our intermission game.
Nah. You're just gonna put that one. Just put some funny clips you get.
Oh
and
my
gosh.
Yo, I'm
actually. What the heck are we doing?
Yo, I got both of them on 90. Alan.
I got 190. Jump on me. Fuck.
Did we win that or no? I can't.
No,
look at that base. We won. Oh my gosh. Yo.
All because of me.
Oh, okay. Alan, this calls for a celebration.
I don't think it was even snow great for chapter 5 yet.
Alright, welcome to round 3. This time round 3 for real. Last time I said round 3 was actually round 2 and I misspoke. But for our first game here, we have Leafy and Excel on Team The Executioners versus Team iGhost with Ghost and Halo. Both of these teams are currently 2-0 right now, playing Rainmaker and Hagglefish Market for this game 1. Alan, what do we think of this weapon matchup? We're seeing Leafy on his trusty Wellstring versus a 96 and Twinkles Doolies comp.
Yeah, we do actually see XL going down pretty early here, and Ghost getting a nice double of that Twinkles lead. And Halo does probably close to cooler here, I believe. Yeah, actually, no, he's not.
This is a very, very important pick to get for sure here. And we do see a bit of shocking going on here. And Leafun with the Wellstring, we know that he's able to... Like, his weapon is mostly suited for long-range combat. But Leafy, as we know, is quite good at attacking short range as well. Although, unfortunately, going down early is probably not going to be great. And Team iGhost takes the first game with a quick sneak around with the Rainmaker. That's going to be game 1. A very quick game going to Team iGhost. Also, Alan, I figured out why you were sounding so soft. It's because I turned your volume down. Alright, time for game 2. iGhost has won the first game, but now we're on Crableg Capital. And we're seeing an S-Blast and a Range Blaster. Interesting weapons for a 2v2 here. But of course, there's tower control. No Quarters is playing. I don't know what that means for this game, but it is playing.
Yeah, we do see an S-Blast against a Rapid here. The S-Blast does go down pretty early to XL Stamper. It's just only this Neo Splash stuck in like this right corner. Probably opting to jump out here.
See the jump out. Very good position to jump out there because that was not looking good for either of them. We see Leafy going down on the tower here. And XL trying to get this pick on the S-Blast, manages to get it, and then just immediately goes onto the tower, manages to hit a 70 shot. Is he going to be able to finish it off here? Halo here doing a really good play of throwing the bomb on one side of the tower and shooting on the other, although unfortunately going a little bit too aggressive, but thankfully Ghost comes in and saves Halo from that Rapid Blaster here. And our Team iGhost is going to be able to push a couple more points. Manages to get XL out as well. It's up to Leafy now to try and use that Rapid to get Team iGhost off the tower here. Of course, they're going to still keep pushing, and with that Booyah Bomb kind of keeping that push going. It's going to be
we
really
do see
hard.
one going down here.
Yeah.
It's a 1v1 scenario between the Stamper and the S-Blast.
XL getting a really important pick here. Let's see if he's going to be able to get the S-Blast. Manages to do so, a little bit sloppily though, but there is a jump here from Leafy's side. Let's see what Halo's going to be able to do. Pretty much all alone. So we see the jump out here. Quite a good idea because you probably don't want to be taking that fight all on your own. And we do see a Booyah Bomb just coming out from XL's side. And Leafy just trying to stand his ground against the S-Blast, although unfortunately unable to do so. As Ghost takes yet another splat. Jump out here from Halo, and then Ghost going in with the S-Blast. Unfortunately gets taken out immediately by XL due to some sloppy movement. And we see Team Executioners going right back on the tower, trying to keep this push going.
Yeah, we do see Halo taking this top right here. Popping strikes pretty early. I don't know what happened there. Leafy also does the same, popping strikes really early. Ghost does drop down, goes down to XL. Halo's really weak on this top right here, but like, no one can unfortunately reach him.
See XL really going aggressive into the enemy base here. Probably a good idea when you have a comp like that. Pretty aggressive, and you've got that Rapid Blaster to help you with long-range pressure. We see XL once again getting an important splat here, and now it is be a really difficult spot for Team iGhost here. If they're unable to get Team Executioners out of their base, they are not going to be able to win this, and with 8 ticks remaining, they're going to need to do a big push. Unfortunately, unable to do so, and Leafy riding the tower all the way to the end. That's going to be game 2, going to the Executioners.
This is looking like a pretty even matchup here. Already 1-1 pretty early on in the set.
Absolutely, some really fast games in this set here. Could really be anyone's game.
Yeah, both games resulting in a knockout. We don't see Leafy on that trusty Wellstring.
Alright, okay, time for game 3. We're playing Splat Zones on Scorch Gorge here. Both teams are currently 1-1 in this set. We see a double Gal team on Team iGhost, absolutely disgusting, versus another disgusting Gal on the other team. I am vomiting right now, guys.
Yeah, we do see 3 gals in one lobby. Lisa probably being like the odd one out here.
Yeah, yeah, Lifa's the only one with any dignity in this lobby, it seems. As we see a triple gal game on Splat Zones here. We see XL going down pretty early and Ghost trying to get a quick pick on Leafy. Unfortunately, unable to do so, taking a little bit of damage here, but that is going to be the first zone cap of the game going to Team Igo. So let's see how they're going to be able to keep this going. Leafy bringing out the stamp here. XL unfortunately getting taken out, and here comes the wall right there to block the stamp from Leafy. Alan, what do we think of this weapon matchup?
It seems like a pretty good matchup here. 2 gals, which is obviously not the greatest, but that Welshing is able to keep a ton of space between the 52. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to happen as Leafy goes down, and Ghost gets another pick here.
Absolutely, I'm with you on the comp being a really interesting one because Gal is a very good weapon. Both the 52 and 96, mainly the 52, are really good weapons for this sort of 2v2 scenario where you don't have to deal with getting rushed down by too many opponents. But of course, the Wellstring is able to outrange both of these gals here. So if Leafy is able to get into position, he's going to be able to take a very, very important... he's going to be able to take a lot of very important splats, but most importantly, be able to paint from afar to get the zone and also unleash that stamp once the opponents start to get up close. But we do see Leafy going down very early. In fact, it is a trade here. XL kind of keeping the zone here, giving a jump for Leafy. Let's see if they're going to be able to take the zone here. Team Executionist has now taken the lead, and here comes XL coming from behind. A lot of lag here. They do manage to get Halo, though, so that is pretty good. And then we see Ghost trying to run away here, trying to get this important pick on XL, although XL manages to get the pick instead, which is very good. And now with only 20 ticks left on the clock, this is the final push for Team Igos. We see Halo managing to get the splat on Leafy, immediately cancelling that stab. That is going to be wipeout on Team Executionist, and now Team Igos is going to be able to take the zone with 5 ticks remaining on Team Executionist. This could be a pretty big turning point here, and a huge penalty going on the Executionist side. Quite a bit.
It seems like a ton of ticks to come back from. Leafy does have that hammer, trying to like maybe find an opening here. Ghost and Halo are kind of grouped up, like actually not even grouped up. Leafun does go down to Halo. XL manages to pick off Ghost. It's a 1v1 scenario. They're both just playing ring around the rosy around this giant middle block. XL tries to paint the zone here.
Unfortunately, gets taken out immediately. This is not looking good for Executionist here. And with that vac, Team Igos is going to be able to stall out the zone for so long, to the point where Leafy is not really going to be able to take the zone back. And with one final stamp, let's see if he's going to be able to do this. So we get one pick here, very, very important to get. They lose the lead, but it looks like they're going to be able to cap the zone. Huge penalty going on Team Igos side. And let's see, because Halo, I believe, is still... No, that's Ghost. Ghost is still alive here. And being able to keep the zone for a long amount of time is going to prove very useful. Manages to kill Leafy here with some very, very good movement. And here we see XL managing to take up the pick on Ghost. And here is able to get Halo once again. And now it almost seems like the game is in the Executioner's favor. But of course, there's a lot that Team Igos can do to take this back. We see double wall here, pretty much cancelling out both of them. And let's see, with 11 penalty ticks remaining, this is going to be really, really close here. We see Ghost immediately going for the zone. They need to try and get this cap right now. But with Leafy here painting it, that is going to be a sealed game for Team Executioners.
Yeah, we did see it earlier that Leafy going down early with hammer during the push, the first push to 5. We actually could have held there and got knockout like faster than we should have, and like struggled.
Absolutely.
Instead of like struggling to like regain the lead and get a knockout.
A very well played game from both teams. But okay. Alright, time for game 4. The Executioners are currently 2 wins into this set versus Team Igos, who's on 1 win. So if the Executioners can win this game, they will win the set. But of course, it's not over for Igos, as they do counterpick splat zones on ship shape.
Yeah, we do see 52 and 96. The 96 cooler variant, actually.
Very quick pick here.
Very early.
Huge pick for Leafon and XL here. And we do see Halo just backing up. Probably the best move here. both of them kind of respawning now, and with a quick pick, or a quick cap of the zone here, this is going to be in a pretty good spot for the Executioners. Of course, unfortunately, we do see XL going down to the 52. Let's see if Leafy can hold his ground just long enough for XL to respawn, and we see iGhost capping the zone once again here. Well, not once again, for the first time of the game.
Yeah, we do see iGhost getting a pretty nice wipeout here. And now they just have so much space to work around, and the cooler coming out at this moment here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that double splat was pretty huge. You don't really want to be giving the 52 gal a good position, and they have a lot of paint, a lot of room to move around everywhere. Here comes the stamp from Leafy. Halo goes down, and then goes after Ghost, but unfortunately, Ghost manages to move out of that range of the stamp very quickly there. It's only up to XL, and it doesn't look like a super winnable matchup. Of course, Ghost hesitating a little bit there, probably losing him that encounter specifically, but let's see if the Executioners are going to be able to cap the zone once again. Leafy getting the contest on the zone, unfortunately going down with a trade against Ghost here. Honestly, probably the best thing Leafy could have done here was to get a trade. Let's see, XL going in, painting the zone here, and Leafy has respawned. Let's see if they're going to be able to get the cap on the zone here. See, Ghost going
down early.
Yeah, huge pick here for the Executioners. Now it's up to Leafy with that stamp that is charged up right now. Unfortunately, misses. It hits the side. Very, very bad there. But it's okay because they're in a pretty decent scenario as long as they can keep iGhost in check. Specifically, Ghost on the 52 gal. If they can keep him in check, it should be okay. But unfortunately, they don't see where he was at, and they both get taken out in one fell swoop. That is going to be the zone getting capped by Team iGhost.
Yeah, we do see Ghost getting this cooler boost from Halo's cooler in the bottom right. Whale coming out. XL goes down to Halo, I'm assuming. Not XL. Ghost trying to rush down Leafy here, but just backs up. We have Hammer. Hammer comes out pretty early here. I think the Hammer goes down here. Yes, it does. It's just a bucket.
Fortunately, not the best Hammer usage there. Lots of pressure being put on Team Executioners here, especially with the double gal. That stamp was a very important turning point, although unfortunately the missed attempt there is going to cost them big. It's up to Leafy to pull off one final push here, but going against two people is not going to be easy at all, and we do see Team iGhost managing to keep the zone in their possession for just long enough to take this game 4. We're going to be going to a game 5 now, people, and the winner of this next game is going to win this set.
Yeah, double gal. It's pretty nice space holding it with them. And we actually do see Leafy using that mini splatling there. Okay.
Yo, pick up the phone.
Yeah, hello.
Yo, Roaring Knight, I have your brother Sans. If you don't give me Ascor, I'm gonna keep him.
Yo.
Alright, everyone, game 5. Huge game here, because the next team that wins this game is going to move up in the tournament with a record of 3-0, which is pretty huge. It pretty much guarantees top cut, I think. So that is going to be really good. Both of these teams really want this win here. As we do see Clams on Umami Ruins for some godforsaken reason. I have no clue why they picked this, but we're going to be playing on it anyway. And we do see Leafy Stamp coming in. Unfortunately, not able to get a pick here just yet. Similar comps on both sides, although we do see XL playing the Enperry dualies. Alan, what do we think of Enperry as a pick for this format?
Considering it's double gal, it means it's really easy to cancel Flashdown. And that curling bomb is not really going to do much if they have enough awareness. We do see Ghost going down, and Halo's trying to hold this area here by himself in a 1v2 scenario. He's having this Hammer here.
Yeah, Leafy successfully able to stop the push, which was pretty important here. Here comes Ghost, alive once again, and let's see who's going to be able to get this pick here. This one's going to be pretty important. If they can take out both XL and Leafy, they will be able to stop the push. There goes Leafy with that power climb going away. XL manages to get the splat, though. Let's see if he is going to be able to take the power climb. Probably going to ignore it, actually. I think that might have been the correct play because you don't really want to telegraph your movements as a duelie, especially when your teammate is currently dead. Splashdown manages to find one, and we do see the wipeout on or from XL here. Very, very important wipe, and this could be a pretty big turning point for Team Executioners as we do see them take the lead.
Yeah, Leafy was his hammer here, managing to get Halo. It's only Ghost to 1v1 Leafy. Leafy could potentially win this, and then just XL can score all the clams while Leafy just holds the space. Leafy does go down, but we do see a push to 47.
Leafy. Death by curling bomb here on Ghost, and a lot of lag from XL's side, able to get just one clam back in the basket, but that is going to be the end of Team Executioner's push. Let's see what iGhost can do in response. Of course, we know Leafy, he is very good at fighting those close-range scenarios with a long-range weapon, just because of how skilled he is on that wellstring. Although, unfortunately, fighting a 1v2 scenario is going to be a little bit more difficult, as we do see him trying to back up here, trying to get a couple quick hits on the opponent here, so that once XL respawns, he can try and help, or just to weaken them for his own shot here. We do see Ghost going down to Leafy's hammer here. Very, very important pick. XL
yeah, we do see
respawning.
XL dropping in the pits here, trying to like pressure top mid and trying to get Halo out of it, which he kind of does. But both members of iGhost have a power clam, which could be both good and bad, considering they can track their location. But however, they can get a major push here of like the 40 points at least.
Yeah, more auto bombs being thrown out from Leafy here to try and keep the pressure on, and it's looking pretty difficult as Ghost is currently just rushing down Leafy here, and actually just instead goes for the basket here, manages to open it up and take the push, but here comes Halo with yet another power climb, although unfortunately not quite enough. And we can see XL here just trying to juggle them. Why are we not juggling them towards the basket? Not too sure about that, but we see three power clams being juggled. If they can get all three of these in, that is going to be an extremely hype moment for the Executioners here. See, none of them going down just yet. XL wanting to keep the power clam going and staying alive for as long as possible, but unfortunately they both get taken down. That is going to be a very unfortunate -3 power clam deficit here.
I don't even know what happened there. We just got 3 power clams. We just kept on throwing them in the same spot. iGhost does get lead here and a wipeout. There's some clams on the snipe area. I don't think they noticed. Okay, Halo actually noticed. Here, XL trying
a little bit too aggressive. There's one more power clam. This is the final point. They need to stop this push right now, or else it's going to be over for the Executioners. Halo goes down. It looks like the push has been stopped successfully, but can they bring it back in this last 30 seconds of the game here? Alan, what are we thinking? Do you think it's possible to see a comeback?
It's definitely possible. It's going to be really hard here, however. XL's really close to Splashdown. Leafy has hammer. Ghost is sharking in their pit. I don't think they even know. XL's probably going to push, and Ghost probably is going to go behind to get the pick on XL.
Absolutely. Here we see the stamp. Very huge scenario here for them, and unfortunately they do manage to get the jump out here. Here comes more power clams. Leafy just trying to keep that barrier open for as long as possible. That is going to be the name of the game here, because if they're unable to keep it open for just long enough, they're going to lose. There goes the wipeout onto Team iGhost. Just a couple more clams, and they should be able to do it. XL goes down. It's all up to Leafy. Here respawns Ghost. This might be over here, and unfortunately for Team Executioners, that is going to be the game. Ghost managing to respawn just in time and take out Leafy. And with XL already down, unfortunately, the game was more than sealed.
Yeah, that was a really close game. XL managing to get a very nice pick on Halo at the end, but Ghost manages to respawn with that spawn armor, which just kind of cost him at the end here.
Absolutely.
And we do see iGhost advancing.
Huge wipeout for Team Executioners, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough. And Team iGhost moves up in the Summer Clash with a record of 3 wins and 0 losses.
Yeah, we got this.
Alright, it's time for round 3B. We have Aura Pilot and Wahoo Skib for Team Vermilion Eagles versus Team Ham and Cheese with Deli and Vino. We are playing...
Yeah, we do see a weird pick here. Big Swing and Tetra and T-Tech and Dread, which is a pretty nice combo for Deli's team over here.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, Alan, if it worked once, it'll work again, right? Let's see if it will work, because we have a Big Swig and Tetra. Very, very weird comp here. Of course, we do have the paint with the Big Swig, which is pretty good. We do see a splashdown coming out, unfortunately missing the splats, and Delhi manages to take the first pick of the game on autopilot.
Yeah, we just see Wahoo just like trying to guard this checkpoint with his life here. He has a Reef Slider, probably gonna pop it here.
Reef Slider coming out
too
and
early.
Against another Reef Slider. Wahoo Skip goes down to said Reef Slider, and now so does Autopilot, and that is going to be the first checkpoint being taken by Team Ham and Cheese.
Yeah, we do see that Delhi's team is pretty like strong in this position. Strike's coming out, trying to strike out this top right here, but most likely doing nothing. We're really grouped up here on top right for Autopilot's team here.
Absolutely. Delhi being close to the Reef Slider here can be pretty good to use, but although not just yet, because I think they really want to try and use those specials in conjunction with a big push here. We see a Splat Bomb, unfortunately unable to get the Reef Slider here, and we see Wahoo Skip staying alive and able to get this wipeout for Team Vermilion Eagles.
Yeah, we do see Vermilion Eagles able to like most likely get this check here, and they do. But Auto goes down to a bomb, I'm assuming, pretty early.
Unfortunately for Team Vermilion Eagles, they are a player down going up against this sort of like... Actually, no, they are the ones causing the lock, or they are the ones attempting to, and we see them ignoring the Rainmaker here, not really wanting to push aggressive, because if they take the Rainmaker and don't get any points with it, it's not going to be worth too much. Besides, 1 point, like, from a 60 remaining position is probably not that important to take in this game right now. So they decide to stay and play passive, just paying for special, and of course that does pay off as Wahoo Skip manages to get a pick with that Reef Slider, managed to get the second one with the Tetra Dualies, and just managing to go in with that Rainmaker. Huge position here, getting that wipeout, and instead of going in super quickly to try and get a lot of points, Wahoo Skip here trying to just get a bunch of points onto the board here, managing to get the wipeout with Autopilot's help, and this looks like it's going to be the win for Team Vermilion Eagles.
Yeah, very like slow push here, not even opting to go for the jump, going to the ramp, honestly.
Yeah, very, very interesting
push,
movement
but that
there.
still worked.
Yeah, it did still work, and we are going to be having these players go up in the set with 1 win. If they can get 2 more, they're going to win the set, but of course it's not quite over.
Wait, if it changes to a good rotation, we could do that for intermission.
Alright, time for game 2. We're playing Splat Zones on Mahi Mahi Resort. We see a double slosher comp for Vermilion Eagles with that Dreadringer and Explo versus the same comp on Team Ham and Cheese.
Yeah, we do see Dread Explo, a pretty solid comp here. Double bucket, which is a really good combo, honestly. Yeah, haunting Dread, I don't know what happened over there. Last week, on a very small map, I don't know if it's going to do much here.
Yeah, I mean, Haunt is probably not a bad ability, because being able to see one of your 2 opponents through the walls here is very important. And we see Autopilot actually almost falling off the stage there, but just manages to save himself just in time with that Reef Slider, although unfortunately it's not quite enough, as we do see Team Ham and Cheese being the first players to take the zone and start a lockout scenario here. Let's see what Team Vermilion Eagles is going to be able to do. Of course, without real frontliners, it is going to be quite difficult. We do see a double knockout being taken here. See Vino with the T-Tech just trying to keep this position going, just throwing Splat Bombs to keep the pressure going onto the Explo here. Of course, the Explo doesn't really have any good ways to deal with bombs. And Wahoo Skip is in a pretty tight position. We see a Reef Slider coming out from Autopilot here, although unfortunately going down, but not before taking the zone for Team Vermilion Eagles.
Yeah, we do see a 1v1 scenario happening here. The dreaded Delhi's pretty on the front gas pedal here, hitting Wahoo for 90, but
fortunately not finishing off here.
Auto in the process, actually.
But it's okay, they do cap the zone, and Wahoo Skip still just trying to flank a little bit or shock, whatever it is, trying to just give out jumps and be hidden the whole time. And that is going to be a wipeout on Team Vermilion Eagles here. Now Team Ham and Cheese is going to be able to push up a little bit further and keep this lock going. We have strikes here on the T-Tech. Vino throwing out the strikes, just trying to keep this lock going for as long as possible, stalling out the strikes and trying to keep them lasting here. We see both specials being charged up on the opposing team. Let's see what Autopilot and Wahoo Skip are going to be able to do with this. We see a splashdown coming in and a reef slider managing to take out Delhi here. Let's see, Vino is the only one remaining, and with that T-Tech unfortunately getting hit by so much pressure here. Managing to take out Autopilot. Are they going to be able to take out Wahoo Skip? Unfortunately unable to right now. And Wahoo Skip just keeps the zone in the possession of Team Vermilion Eagles. Goes down to Delhi here. Alan, is there any way Team Vermilion Eagles can win this? It seems like they're pretty outmatched weapon-wise. What do we think they have to do?
Oh, Vermilion Eagles definitely has a chance here. They have a splashdown to instantly cap zone, slide into partial cap zone, unless they throw an extra suction for that extra pay and splash damage. We've seen a comeback before. We can see another comeback here. Slider coming out.
Absolutely. Here comes a slider. Zone is capped. And here we have one last slider to wait out. Manages to block using the wall here, but it's not quite enough. And Delhi is going to go down to Wahoo Skip. Team Vermilion Eagles has the zone once again. And you're right, Alan. Using those specials and coordinating them one after another. Using one to cap the zone and one to keep people out is going to be the name of the game here for both teams, really. See strikes coming out, forcing Wahoo Skip out of that position. And here we have a splashdown managing to take out both players on Team Ham and Cheese here. This is going to be a huge turning point. Alan, do you think there's a way that Team Ham and Cheese can get back? Because now we have two players with quite a lot of range starting a lock here. This is not going to be easy for them. So we see Autopilot going down. Team Vermilion Eagles takes the lead. Delhi goes down here. And we'll see the T-Tech here. That's our last hope. And unfortunately, they go down. That is going to be another win for Team Vermilion Eagles, who now progress in the set 2-0. And if they win this next game, they are going to win the whole set.
I was honestly thinking that Team Ham and Cheese could have came back of trying to go for strikes, but instead we just dropped down. I'm assuming we weren't close enough to strikes to actually
Okay, everyone, it's time for Game 3 here. Team Vermilion Eagles is up 2-0. If they win this next game, they are going to win this set. And we see the same comp on Team Ham and Cheese here versus a different comp on Team Vermilion Eagles with that Nautilus, which we have seen do very well in 2v2s, versus, of course, the Splatana Stamper, which is also a pretty good mid-range weapon, but unfortunately not too much paint on this team compared to Team Ham and Cheese. Alan, what are we thinking of the weapon matchup here? Who do you think is favored?
We've stated before that Na is really good against short-range weapons, and we see that again, Dread and T-Tech. This Stamper pick is also good if used correctly. It's really hard for Team Ham and Cheese to actually approach this Nautilus. Auto's gonna have to rely on Wahoo Skip to paint and push up. Last time does come out. It
very
ends up
good
in a trade,
pick
actually.
here. Absolutely, very, very good pick here. And honestly, Alan, I don't know about you, but I don't think Dreadringer is a short-range weapon here. So it kind of seems weird to pick the Nautilus in response to it, as the Dread is kind of like a Nautilus with a similar amount of range, except that you can actually shoot over walls with it. We see them not actually going to keep the basket open, instead just trying to go for the picks. However, that proved to not be the best idea, because without getting those points in, they just ended up with a trade. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of Ham and Cheese's push.
You may be right about the Dread not being a short range, but this is just from my personal preference as a Dreadringer user. That is pretty good at actually faster pacing and spacing. Here, we do see a Zipcaster not able to kill Delhi fairly splat.
Oh, double splat here from Delhi. Very, very huge. And now Delhi's going to be able to push into the enemy basket. This is very strong here. And yeah, I do agree. The Nort is quite good. I think the matchup might actually be 50-50 in terms of weapons, because the Nord does have a faster kill time, but being able to shoot around ledges is very strong for the Dread, as we do see Deli trying to do so, unfortunately unable to as of right now. And we see this could be a pretty good spot for Team Vermilion Eagles to actually go in and take the lead.
Yeah, we do see Wahoo getting a nice pick onto Vino here. Autopilot popping the Zipcaster, distracting Deli for as long as he can for Wahoo Skip to push in and score the power clam here. Deli does go down to the Zipcaster. Splashdown comes out, getting another pick.
Another wipeout here. One more power clam going in, and we see Wahoo Skib just going back and trying to get even more clams into the basket here, not really caring if they go down, which probably makes the most sense in this position, although right now you can really get a good pick on the T-Tech here and keep the push going. We do see the pick coming out, although unfortunately slightly too late to keep the push going for that much longer. Let's see if they're going to be able to start another one though, because this lock is quite strong here. With 2 ranged weapons and a decent amount of paint on the ground, things are looking a little bit bleak for Team Ham and Cheese here. They're going to be needing some specials to try and get back in.
Yeah, we do see that. Wahoo Skip holding the splashdown here. No, probably realized that Deli has Reef Slider, opting not to pop it. I think we have an open basket here, but we're too scared of the Reef Slider. We do see the T-Tech trying to approach middle, goes down to the Zipcaster, that autopilot pops. I think this is a chance for Vermilion Eagles to push here, and yes, they do score the power clam.
Yeah, autopilot going in and just spamming that Zipcaster, trying to keep, like, just keep hitting with the Zipcaster here. And Wahoo Skip just kind of letting Autopilot go in and throwing clams. It seems like they just want to get a very solid push going here. Not really wanting to settle for just a couple points on the board, just a couple more clams. They don't really care. They want to see a big push here. One that will probably result in a knockout, or at the very least, a very strong lock on Team Ham and Cheese here.
Yeah, we do see Wahoo Skip stuck in a 1v1 scenario with the Dread, opting to back out. A Slider does come out, somehow sniping me across the map. I don't even know how that happened.
Slider able to get the pick. Huge pick here. And let's see, this could be a turning point for Team Ham and Cheese. Autopilot missing a very important shot there. Ham and Cheese is now going to be able to go in. We see Deli here with 7 clams, almost close to a power clam. They're going to be able to start a push here, but with a lot of lost time. 30 seconds left on the clock. Are they going to be able to perform a decent push? And unfortunately, Vino goes down. Here comes the Slider here. And let's see if Deli is able to get Wahoo Skib out. This can be a very good push. Unfortunately, Wahoo Skib here able to get this pick. Huge position for Team Vermilion Eagles here. And with that final pick, it looks like Team Ham and Cheese's fate is almost sealed. Of course, we do have overtime here. Team Ham and Cheese does have a power clam. A pity at the end. Let's see if they're going to be able to push it all the way. They don't have specials just yet. If they go in too aggressive for this push, it is going to be over. Autopilot going in, missing the power clam, and then goes Wahoo Skib, getting that power clam in, and that is going to be a 3-0 sweep for Team Vermilion Eagles.
That pretty strong start for Ham and Cheese, but not able to actually secure the lead here. And Vino going down very early into the last push. And we do see that Vermilion Eagles does advance further in this summer class tournament.
Yippee. Okay, Alan, the Salmonids have invaded. We have to do hazard level max with just us. We're like the last 2 survivors after the great big Salmonon invasion, whatever. You know, it's a salmon apocalypse. I'll deal with this small fry. You
predicted it.
Oh my gosh, I predicted it totally like I didn't know from before.
Yo, bro.
Look, they're wandering around. None of us are marked. See, look, none of us are marked. None of us are marked. Yo, Alan, this cheat code only works for the first wave, by the way. Alan, throw the things. Yay.
I'm throwing it.
We got it. Alright, golden time. Oh, no? I guess
not golden.
I'm trying! Alan, this weapon does not... Alan... I know. Yeah, I'm trying, but like, what about these guys? We did it. Yo, one more wave. Yo, Alan, this is not normal wave.
Stop
Oh no!
got Charger. Yo, Amy, Bo's go. Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
This was my plan. Yo, kill it. Kill
I'm trying.
Kill the Razor Chin next week. Okay, fine. Alright. Okay, nice. Thank you for the boost.
I'm gonna die here. Alan! Oh, I'm not dead.
Maybe,
Yo, I am not dead. I am not.
Amy, we have no time. We got
I know, you're right. I'm coming. Alright, let's go. We can get it. One more. Nice. Okay, we got it. Yes.
Live!
Let's go, Alan.
Alright, so as we see, we survived the salmon in the pond.
Alan, there's one more salmon in apocalypse happen. Alan.
Whoa. Oh wait, I was just calling.
Alright, Alan, we're gonna win this one. It's guts. Yo, I got the smash for Alan. This is so bad. Alan, throw a bomb. Thank you. I'll throw another bomb.
It did it.
Oh, yeah. Ah! There's so many flyfish missiles. Alan, get the stingers, please.
Bro, there's no. Bro, I forgot you did the show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm surprised we survived that long. Oh my
guys, so
god.
as you see, we did not survive the salmon in apocalypse, actually.
Yeah.
Even though it says we cleared it, we died. Yeah, okay, we're dead.
Yeah, I low-key blame Alan. Alright, it's time for round 4. We have CC and Splatster versus the Executioners, Leafy and XL. What is CC's team name? I low-key forgot. This is our first time spectating
The
CC and
Tenatech
Splatster.
twins.
That's right.
T-Tech twins, yeah.
Yeah, and fittingly, we do have a T-Tech on the Tenatech twins. And it's literally just CC. And XL here getting the first pick of the game. Leafy goes down to CC here. And XL manages to get the second pick. Very, very important pick here because with this wipeout, the Executioners are going to be able to start the first push of the game. Probably, actually. They don't have enough clams just yet. So they're probably going to try and get this pick first.
Yeah, we do see XL holding the top left here, going down to CC instantly here.
Watching a trade here, very, very good spot, but unfortunately, Leafy's all alone, and that is going to be a wipeout on Team Executioners. Now it's up to the Tenatech twins to make it back into the game here.
Yeah, we do see Splasher holding this reef here, trying to reef out the potential bubble that XL has. Yeah, for some reason Splasher drops, probably just Sharky middle, actually, now I think about it. Leafy goes down.
Okay,
XL's
Splasher getting just enough clams for a power clam. Manages to get the first push of the game going here. XL dodging that reef slider really well. Unfortunately, still goes down to Splasher here. Very, very good maneuvering from Splasher and a trade onto Leafy. Unfortunately, not quite enough to keep the barrier open. And that is going to be the end of the Tenatech twins push.
Yeah, we do see CC, in the middle here, trying to back away from XL's decav here. I think we probably need to push with Hammer. But Leafy's getting actually kind of close to Hammer here. Yeah, we have both specials from Executioners. They're not just gonna pop them yet. Bubble comes out and
double
Hammer.
hit from Leafy here with that stamp. Very, very strong position, and with a double power clam, they're going to be able to create a pretty substantial push here. Alan, what do we think of the weapons that we're seeing here? We have Wellstring, Leafy's favorite weapon, as well as the decav here, but not a lot of paint. You think that's a pretty good comp? I mean, versus the Tenatech twins, they have a lot of paint, and with that reef slider, they're going to be able to get in pretty easily. I don't know, what do we think?
Executioners does have a bubble to push forward, and we do see CC missing the power clam, unfortunately.
Fortunately, kind of have to go through and do that. We see Splatster here trying to go in and get the push, but unfortunately both power clams miss. Let's see if Splatster can take this power clam, and unfortunately unable to. Dies to Leafy's hammer here. That's going to be the end of the push. Unable to get to the basket. Another thrown stamp, getting CC quite low. XL goes down to CC Splat Bomb.
Yeah, we do see CC taking this right section here, dropping bottom right. Leafy probably knows she's there. XL is opting to rush down CC. I don't think CC's gonna lift this. It ends up in a trade actually. It's a 1v1 between Splatster and Leafy here. but they just opt to like not take the fight and just face each other here.
Pretty important trade here, and unfortunately for Splatster, without any range, there's no way that you can contest Leafy on the Wellstring. You're really going to need to go in with CC's strikes to really try and do anything against this Wellstring. It is just way too strong. Mr. CC trying to paint for strikes here, also attempting to poke at XL here. Here comes Leafy with the stamp, and manages to take out CC with a very good squid roll into a jump swing here. Manages to get the power climb into the basket. XL is unfortunately down, so not really able to keep this push going with any help. And there is CC taking the KO onto Leafy here.
Yeah, we do see Splatster going down here pretty early into the push to XL. CC just like probably gonna pick up the power clam so it doesn't break here, but CC has to back up here since she's alone. Splatster for some reason jumps into a 1v2 scenario. I don't even know what happened there.
Very unfortunate positioning there for Splatster. Unable to get a single pick. Here we go, CC managing to take an important knockout here, but she has been pushed all the way back into her own base. This is going to be quite difficult to come back from. However, the Executioners only have a 57-point lead, or a 57-point score right now, so the lead is not that substantial, and it is very possible for the Tenatech Twins to actually take this game back. Let's see what they're going to do here. CC and XL currently in a 1v1. CC manages to come out on top. There's the wipeout. And unfortunately, Splatster did leave that one power clam. And it almost seems like these guys are not even on VC, not even giving clams to the other player. Pretty horrible teamwork here from the Tenatech Twins, but let's see if they're going to be able to get the power climb in. They unfortunately miss, and with the KO onto CC, this game looks all but sealed for the Tenatech Twins. That is going to be game one, going to the Executioners.
That was a pretty interesting game. We just see like Splatster missing 2 power clams earlier in the push, and then CC missing another extra one. That's 3 power clams missed in one game. Kind of unfortunate for the
really bad. And towards the end there, with that unfortunate lack of coordination, not throwing the power clams to your teammate when they had 7 in hand. Pretty bad play there from Splatster. Unfortunately, just losing the game there. They probably could have started a push going instead of scrambling to get clams there. But without the power climb, without being able to open the basket, that just gave
Leafy's team.
Alright, game 2. We're playing Tower Control on Urchin Underpass. We have the Luna Blaster being played by Splatster here, and the Twinkle Splat Dualies by XL. Very interesting weapons.
Choices, yeah.
Of course, we have the Luna Blaster, very good weapon for close range combat, being able to shoot around ledges, and of course it is tower control, so you can get people off the tower pretty easily. And the Fizzy Bomb's quite good at painting and just putting long range pressure a little bit. But I wonder if a blaster is a good weapon because it doesn't have that much paint, and if CC goes down, as we do see happening right here, you won't really have anyone to paint for you. And we know CC's playstyle is always a little bit more aggressive, so not having a lot of paint for your team is usually not going to be a great idea. But let's see how this comp ends up working out for the Tenatech Twins.
Yeah, we do see Bubble coming out here pretty early. Leafy almost able to guarantee the double, but the Splasher just barely lives on like 1 HP. And then XL finishes the job for Splasher to go down here. CC does try to rush tower. XL gets behind, probably getting the pick. Oh, not even just a pick. A trade, in fact, happens here. It's another 1v1 scenario between Leafun and Splatster.
Big trade. Insane missed kill from Splatster here. Very, very unfortunate. The stamp hits CC instead of Splatster.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened there. Just like, I guess CC was like too close to it, but yeah. I thought they were the same distance away. Hammer does come out from Splatster, not beating anyone. Yeah, we do see
Leafy going down, and XL managing to take the pick instead.
Yeah, we do see XL trying to hold this like top right or top left corner of the enemy side here. And just like, no one's really contesting except Splatster just comes in with that Lunar Blaster, getting 2 nice indirects, killing XL here.
And down goes Leafy as well. Very big wipeout for Team Tenatech Twins here. Let's see if they're going to be able to keep this push going for long enough to take the lead. So you see popping the Ink Strikes, manages to get XL here. Very, very important splat to get. And now trying to push Leafy on this snipe position here. In the meantime, Splatster has all the time in the world to kind of get some points on the board here. And let's take a look, because right now CC's getting rushed down by both Leafy and XL. Leafy coming in with the hammer. Gets taken out by CC, and that is going to be a trade. Unfortunately, this will stop the push. And the tower is left unridden as both teams scramble to respawn and get back to the tower.
Yeah, we do see Splatster just taking his top left corner here, hoping like no one's gonna like push. CC probably trying to contest mid with those splat bombs and potentially strikes here. Just like nothing really happening here, just like we're at a stalemate here.
Yeah, Splatster kind of just like staying in and shocking. Not sure why he's shocking when the opponents are like all the way on the other side of the map. Not even throwing enough fizzy bombs. Just kind of staying in this position, leaving CC defend all for herself. Not a great position to be in, and you don't really want to keep this stalemate going, Alan, because you're at a pretty big disadvantage not having the lead here and having to go through the well string and the dualies. Stamp being completely wasted here from Splatster, and Leafun and XL being able to get the bubble, manages to get the pick onto Splatster here, being able to take the tower even further. CC manages to get the pick on XL, but unfortunately goes down to Leafy, cancelling those Ink Strikes.
Yeah, we do see Leafun just trying to like fence Splatster away with that hammer here. Goes down pretty early within that hammer duration. XL is all by himself trying to like hold as much space as he can, but unfortunately just goes down pretty early, and Leafun just respawns as well.
Very good pick here on the Tenatech Twins side. And with 50 seconds on the clock, it looks like this push or the next could be their final chance to take this game. Let's see if they're able to do it. Of course, we do see the strikes coming out. Unfortunately, not the best time for the strikes to come out there. That's going to be a trade. And the Executioners are going to take the tower once again. It's a really good back and forth, but unfortunately not what you want to see here, because you want to create a push that's big enough to actually take the lead instead of just kind of staggering teammate by teammate. As we do see, the stagger keeps going as both players on the Tenatech Twins go down once again.
Yeah, so we have 20 seconds left on the clock here. We don't really have many specials from the Tenatech Twins, I believe, here.
There's XL going down very good position. Leafy goes down as well, and with 10 seconds left, we're going to see an overtime push. Let's see what the Tenatech Twins have got in store here.
Personally, if I was the Tenatech Twins, I'd have the CC ride the tower, but instead we're having our main front line being the ones who ride tower. Hammer does come out from Splatster. I don't believe that it did anything. XL manages to get a flank here.
And there they go. Unfortunately, getting taken out 2 in one go. That is going to be the end for Tenatech Twins this game. But of course, we have one final game, and if the Executioners can win this one, they will win the set. Alan, these guys are selling. They're selling.
Yeah, generally, like, what is CC's movement? Yo! So we do have a game free here on Hagglefish Zones. Tenatech Twins 2-0 currently. Have to get a reverse comeback by getting free back-to-back wins. We do see a midi Wellstring into a C Junior and Carbon. Pretty interesting picks here, Amy.
Yeah, very, very interesting to see a huge paint weapon with the C Junior versus a weapon that thrives in high paint environments, which is the Carbon Roller. But I feel like the Carbon Roller is a weapon that does best when there's more opponents to go after and more teammates to help you paint in general. Of course, we do see a trade here, and now Leafy with the stamp has to try and get out both opponents here. Unfortunately, unable to get both, only manages to get CC, but that is enough for the Executioners to take the zone here, and Splatster kind of staying in this position and shocking. Unable to get this pick here, and XL just immediately backing up and taking the pick onto Splatster.
Yeah, we do see, judging by the builds here, we do see CC probably going for that torpedo spam. And you can have like a ton of pain for like Executioners with that, especially with that mini splatting and double hammer. Hammer does go out, not getting anyone, unfortunately. I don't even know where Splatster is.
I really like the idea of spamming torpedoes with this comp because that way your opponents are focusing more on like taking out the torpedoes and less on taking out the bigger threat, which is the carbon roller. As we see, Splatster, instead of going for a flank, kind of rushes in head first, manages to get a trade here, and there we go, CC and Leafy currently in a fight, and CC manages to take the pick here. Very, very important pick to get, as some points are getting racked up on the board for the Tenatex wins.
Yeah, that does mean less hammers from Leafy there, because Leafy did get hammer canceled there. What? I think XL's currently holding this down. He has hammer. He might be planning on throwing it or just like rushing in with it. They have to push zone here eventually. Oh, Splasher goes down too early.
Splasher. This is going to be a big turning point for the Executioners. Down goes CC, and Leafy managing to get that pick on the stamp, or using the stamp onto CC, is very huge. Here we see a second stamp coming out from XL, just kind of hiding and using Splatster's own tactic against his team, managing to take out CC there. Now it's all up to Splatster to use this Trizuka to try and take out Leafy. No, Leafy, too smart to get hit by that, just kind of dodges out of the way and manages to keep himself safe from it. Splatster going down to XL here. 30 ticks remaining.
We do see the Tenatex wins on the back foot here, while we do see the Executioners on the gas pedal here. They have like 10 ticks left.
Huge hit with Leafy, double splat here, and there we go. The zone is capped, 3 ticks remaining, and that is going to be game 3 and the set going to the Executioners.
Yeah, pretty strong game from both of these players here, or both teams here actually.
Mm-hmm. Was it though?
No. You're taking this part out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't.
Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Start.
Okay, hello. Welcome to round 4. These two teams are 3-0. We have... I forgot their team names, so we might have to restart the recording because I forgot their team names.
Whoops.
Oopsie. I quit. Wait, I know their team names. One is Meow and the other one's... I Ghost.
I Ghost.
Yes. Okay, again we go.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to round 4. So we are watching our 3-0 game with Team Meow versus Team iGhost. Both of these teams are 3-0 right now. And I am joined with CC, another competitor of the Summer Clash tournament.
Hello, I am CC.
CC, tell us a bit about yourself. What weapon do you like to play?
I mostly like to play the T-Tech / Octoshot, but I'm mostly good with any shooters.
Very fair. What do you think of your performance so far in the tournament?
I low-key think I suck. No kidding. It's been like up and down. Been lots of just lots of stuff happening, and still trying to kind of like adjust to it sometimes.
Absolutely.
Definitely gets tricky.
I believe you were in... Yes, you were in top 8 for Spring Splash, so maybe this tournament might not be yours, but, you know, sometimes it just be like that. You might be in top cut in one tournament, and you don't do as well in the next one, but that's totally fine, because there's always chances to do better. And there are a lot of really strong teams in this tournament, as we see 2 of them facing off against each other right now. No one has really been able to do a push just yet. You can see Velocity on his trusty Stamper, with Alan playing the Dreadringer D. So both players kind of picking alternate kits of the weapons that they're used to. Versus the double Gal comp on Team iGhost, which we have seen a lot in this tournament. Absolutely disgusting weapon with the 52 Gal. But if it works, it works. And here we see Velocity and Alan managing to put the first power climb of the game in, and starting a pretty decent push to kick this first game off.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be definitely puts iGhost in the back seat, and we're just gonna have to see how they adjust to this new position that they're in.
Absolutely. What do we think of the weapon matchups here? Like, we have two gals, two shooters, versus two weapons of similar range, but one of them is a Splatana and another is a Slosher in the Dreadringer.
Definitely similarly matched, like of similar range as well. I definitely would give the upper hand to Meow already because of just the amount of AoE that they have as well, plus just the damage as well. Even if the gal can two-shot people, sometimes if sometimes it's just not worth it if the enemy is just better.
Yeah, that's very true. And we do see second push here coming from Meow, managing to get a bunch of claps in. And it seems like iGhost, despite being 3-0 in this tournament, it almost seems like they've been getting pretty lucky with the games that they've been playing, as right now they're getting kind of farmed by Team Meow here. But
Yeah.
also, Alan and Velocity are also just very, very good players. So it's no surprise that they are just absolutely wailing on this other team here. But speaking of whales, hopefully we're going to see the 52 gal charge up a special to try and get this push in. And we see Ghost managing to get the special, but unfortunately not using it in this fight against Alan. And Alan managing to take that splat. Very, very important one there. And after getting this one more pick on Halo, looks like they're going to be doing another push again. Splat on Ghost here. Double power clam going in, or actually just one for now. There's the second one. And Velocity just kind of trying to keep his ground here.
Clams. Yeah, we see Team iGhost with two clams ready to make a counter push. Let's just see if they'll be able to succeed in that plan. There's going to be a lot of power to do so.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit difficult for them. A direct Booyah Bomb shot, managing to take out Ghost. It's all up to Halo right now, and in these last 30 seconds, it might look a little bit difficult to do this push. Cece, what do you think Team iGhost needs to do in order to take this game back, or at least bring it back to a winnable state?
I think they just need to focus on winning their fights as well as being coordinated. And it also does come down to clam RNG. If the clams decide to show up, if they try to push, but we see them getting wiped out, and game one goes to Meow.
Yep. Seems like we haven't been seeing a lot of specials coming out from Team iGhost there. Just kind of trying to go in and take fights and try to get those quick splats before the opponent is able to really do anything. But unfortunately, without specials, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do so.
Definitely.
Okay, it's time for game 2. Once again, Meow versus iGhost. Same weapons on Meow's side, except that Alan is now playing the Vanilla Dread, and the exact same weapons on Team iGhost. We're going to be playing Splat Zones on Ship-Shape Cargo Co. No Quarters is playing.
Yay. Definitely one of my favorite maps. I call it my beloved. Not on this mode though, but just in general.
Oh yeah, I honestly don't really like this stage. It's a little bit too open and too closed at the same time.
Yeah, true.
It might be just because I play blasters.
That's a good point as well. I think it's better fit for the weapons I play. More so.
We do see Alan and Ghost taking a trade here, and a Booyah Bomb comes out from Velocity. Kind of trying to get people out of that area, but unfortunately being taken out by the gals here.
Ooh, what's Alan gonna do? Is he gonna pop his reef slider? He's probably waiting for a chance to... Ooh.
Kind of just waiting for an opening here. Unfortunately, might have waited a bit too long there. Getting taken out immediately by Ghost.
Yeah, that was quite a much-needed flank from Ghost there. and that cooler from Halo's Gal is definitely going to be helpful in some of these fights. Let's see if Meow is able to take it back.
See,
Ooh,
here's
and
the
looks like they
wipeout.
are.
Huge wipeout there for Team Meow. Being able to get the zone completely free here. And
Yeah.
we can see Halo going in pretty aggressive with those line markers and trying to mark the opponent and also do a little bit of damage. I've seen a couple marker shots being thrown out in the last game and actually landing and doing some damage to the opponent, which is good if you want to get a bit more of a ranged hit.
Double kill.
Unfortunately, Alan
But
here
double
just kind of
kill from Alan.
unstoppable with that Dreadringer, as we have seen him in Spring Splash doing really, really well with this exact weapon, especially on splat zones with that Reef Slider, just being able to target down that specific area where you know everyone's going to be. The Reef Slider can kind of just go in and get some really easy picks. We do see Team Meow still holding the zone. Are they going to be able to hold it long enough to win the game here? And it looks like they are, with the Reef Slider sealing the fate of Team iGhost. That is going to be game 2 going to Meow.
What a play.
Yeah. Yay, quick game.
Yay, quick games.
Yippee. On cheese. Alright, it's time for game 3. Meow versus Team iGhost. Team Meow is currently at 2 wins versus 0 on iGhost's side, so they're going to need a 3-0 sweep in order to take the set back. Let's see if they're going to be able to do so with that counter pick of Rainmaker on Scorch Gorge. We see similar weapons on both teams here. And of course the Splatana Stamper, having that really high object damage, is going to be able to break the Rainmaker shield super easily, and Alan going in aggressive with the Reef Slider to take the first pick of the game on Ghost.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't have agreed to this comp that iGhost has. Double Gal is definitely not gonna be as helpful as it could be against a comp like this. They would definitely need something with more like objects damage, as well as just a bit more paint as well.
Yeah, I don't think object damage is much of the issue with the comp here. I think the real issue is just that if they're not able to get their shots off perfectly and in time, they're just going to lose every matchup against these weapons, because the Stamper will be able to one-shot up close and also hit from further up. And the Dreadringer, even though it does have similar range, you can hit above ledges and stuff, and it is quite difficult for a shooter to deal with, especially on a stage like this. So not too sure why this stage was chosen for the counter pick, but let's see. Of course, it is a relatively flat stage, so maybe that's why they picked it, to kind of nullify the effect of the Dreadringer. But of course, Alan is just very, very good with the weapon. I don't think it matters what stage he plays on.
Definitely.
Let's take a look. Alan kind of backed into a corner here. It seems intentional, as they're trying to go for a sort of stall strategy, kind of trying to keep the Rainmaker in this kind of really bad spot for iGhost, because then they're going to have to take the Rainmaker up the steps and all the way back around, while Team Meow is going to be able to just stay above onto this like plat area to just camp the Rainmaker and stop them from pushing. See Halo or Ghost going down, and Halo's left with the Rainmaker, unfortunately going down also to Velocity. Here comes Ghost once more, managing to get the pick on Alan here, which is pretty good.
Yeah, much needed. I was expecting them to die to the Rainmaker shield, but they were just most likely pushed by the shield and not killed to it.
You see a Booyah Bomb coming out from Velocity here. Of course, not able to find anyone just yet. And Ghost trying to fight this 1v2 here against Alan and Velocity. The Rainmaker shot comes in clutch as Alan goes down. Velocity also kind of on the back foot here, gets taken out by Ghost. And here we see Team iGhost actually kind of pushing, and let's see if they're going to be able to take the lead here. It looks like they're not really going to take the Rainmaker just yet, or actually, I stand corrected, they are taking the Rainmaker. Alan goes in and immediately stops the push. They managed to push all the way to 34, a jump out from Halo here. Very, very important one to do.
Yeah. Lets them go back to mid and become the defense instead of the aggression.
Absolutely, and it looks like Team Meow is going to let the Rainmaker respawn here. 1 KO on Ghost from Alan here, and Velocity is fighting Halo right now. Let's see who's going to win this fight. Alan comes in to assist Velocity, and there we go. They both take the pick here. Rainmaker is completely free for them to take. Alan goes in, takes the Rainmaker, while Velocity stays up ahead, trying to keep the pressure going onto the opponent, and trying to start a lock here. One more Booyah Bomb, preventing them from going on the flank here. A trade from Velocity. Very, very important trade to have here. Let's see if Alan can get this splat with the Rainmaker. This would be huge. Down goes Halo. Here it is. And a jump from Ghost. Alan going up on the ledge. Ghost gets taken out. And here we go. Huge moment for Team Meow here. Managing to push all the way to 20 here and taking the lead.
Let's see. Because, yeah, iGhost is definitely going to need a lot of force and power to be able to take this back.
A lot more coordination as well, because it seems like they're kind of just taking fights, trying to get picks, but not really going on their own. It's almost like there's two frontliners just trying to flank both at once, but not going together with your teammate is also kind of bad, because you don't really have anyone to fulfill the other roles of the team. Since this is a 2v2, you don't have anyone who can pick up the Rainmaker or help you paint or help you in your fights. And unfortunately, there might not be enough time, and it looks like this final game is going to Meow. A clean 3-0 sweep, and Meow advances to Swiss round 5 with a record of 4-0, and they are now the only team that is 4-0. So they are pretty much guaranteed top cut here.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like they're gonna win, to be honest.
Certainly a force to be reckoned with.
I'm playing Nozzle though, so I don't know about that.
Alan!
Amy! Alright, Amy, I got hammer.
Alan, there's someone on top. Just
Yeah,
like
I'm hammering them out. I got him.
Yay, good job, Fat.
I got 2.
Alan, remember when we first met, I used to just call you Cat instead of Alan?
Oh yeah. I got 2. I got quad.
Yo, good job, Alan.
Oh what?
Alan! Why are we saying?
Wait, I'm gonna jump to the arrows first.
Alan, I'm just alive right now. Yo!
Yo, Amy, you're good like that. You're good like that. Go.
Alan, I'm getting touched! Alan! I'm getting touched! Yeah!
They don't know. They don't know I'm here. They don't know.
Alan! I got tapped by the freaking dread. Oh, I can't make this jump.
Bro.
Yo, our teammate, look, he just fell off the map. What are they doing? Yes, bro. They just jumped off, like, genuinely. They didn't even, like, fall off. They jumped. Dude, someone's shocking here. Okay.
No, don't worry. I'm pressing down.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
No.
Alan!
Wait, I'm gonna throw a hammer at him.
Alan!
Watch this.
Yes!
Oh, I didn't get him.
It's okay. Oh my gosh. Alan, I'm gonna die.
Oh, the burst off snipe.
Yo, get shot. Yo, Alan, I'm jumping to you.
Yo, why are you jumping to me?
Alan, because I jumped out and you looked pretty safe.
Oh
shit! Yeah!
Yo, behind!
Ow! Behind? Oh my. Where behind now? See, they don't know I'm here. They don't know I'm here.
I'm not gonna jump on stealth him.
Yay.
Oh wait,
I'm gonna die, Alan.
Amy, you got that, bro.
Alan, no, I do not. Actually,
Yes,
maybe I do. Oh, I got sniped! Alan! No, it's not my fault! It's your fault! Yo!
My fault?
Yes, you didn't save me! I'm a roller alone in base! Alan, why are you not running stealth on me?
Yo, then swing! Yo! I got one! I'm gonna die. I'm genuinely good. Oh.
Yo, Alan, you might actually be bad, bro. You might be. Yo, the curling bomb! Yo, curling bomb!
You got it in 1v1 scenario.
Yo, Al, it was not a 1v1, bro. Okay, maybe
Yes, it
maybe it was. I don't remember. I think it was.
Oh my, bro! I thought you guys already killed.
Yo, I need to get one last kill. I need to get one last kill. It has to be on Delhi, bro.
Oh
I
my
need
God,
it.
no!
Yo, I need the kill. I did not get it, bro. I got 2 though. I got 2 other people. Yeah, look at our base. Alright, it's time for round 5, the final Swiss round before we move on to Top Cut. Here we have Team Chill Dudes with Slim Sanity and G-Master versus the Executioners, Leafy and XL. And it seems that most likely this is a win-in to Top Cut. So if one of these teams, or the team that loses this match, is very likely not going to make Top Cut. So both of these teams are currently fighting for that position in the top 4. We do see the sploosh and splash from Team Chill Dudes versus the NSAP and Nautilus on Team Executioners.
Yeah, we do see a hammer coming out here. Unfortunately, hitting the wall. Leafy gets a pretty strong pick here with that cooler boost, and the Slim Sanity also goes down. Leafy and XL have control the middle here.
Another very important pick here. Getting the wipeout is really important, especially on Turf War, which is the first. This is going to be the first match that we're seeing on the stream of Turf War. We haven't actually seen any Turf War games just yet. And Alan, what do you think the strat is to win at Turf War here, especially with only 2 people?
Well, for Executioners currently, they just gotta hold the middle instead of like pushing, because one pick could change the pacing of the game. XL goes down. This might not end up in a trade for him. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Leafy's just painting the base currently. Pretty good base paint from both player teams actually here.
Yeah, exactly what you said. You don't want to be pushing in alone too much with Turf War, because if you can get a wipeout within the last 30 seconds, that can be a huge turning point to really spin the game into your favor. But of course, XL didn't go in completely unprotected, as he did have that cooler boost, and knowing that he'd be okay even if he went down was just a little bit better for the overall pacing of the team here, as we see both of them getting taken out. Both of them did have cooler boost, but the Chill Dudes are now just going to get a little bit more paint control of the map. We see strikes coming out as well. Leafy going in, huge amount of lag there. I'm not sure what's going on. Down goes Leafy. Now it's up to XL to try and hold his ground. And now Chill Dudes is currently in the lead here. They managed to get one more pick on XL. Now Team Executioners needs to get an important pick in the last 30 seconds in order to take this game back.
Yeah, we do see a 1v1 scenario happening between Slim Sanity and Leaf on here. Strikes coming out, trying to deter Leafy a little. It does actually work here. It's just XL. He has to get a pick here or something here, and Slim Sanity does try to sneak up on him, fails to do so, but they still have control of the middle here, Amy.
Yes, they do. I'm not too sure what the Executioners can do. We do see Slim Sanity going down. This could be a very, very pivotal moment for this match here. Splashdown comes out, and then down comes G-Master, getting taken out by XL here. The last wipeout at the end of the game. Let's see if they're going to be able to take the win. It looks like most of the stage is painted. Slim Sanity trying to get a flank here. Manages to take out Leafan. The stage is getting painted even more in green. Let's see if that push was enough.
Pretty close game from both teams, yeah.
Very close here. Does look like with the lack of power, unfortunately, for Team Chill Dudes, there's going to be a Game 1 victory for the Executioners. An extremely close Turf War game that really came down to the wire there. Alright, and it's time for Game 2. We're playing Clamblitz on Sturgeon Shipyard, one of my favorite maps here. And we see Slim Sanity and G-Master playing some pretty heavy paint weapons versus Leafun and XL, playing the Wellstring and the Blaster. So Blaster is a very interesting pick, especially considering we're not playing tower control, versus the Dually that can actually counter the Blaster pretty well. So XL is going to need to use those splashdowns to kind of alleviate that. You see a very quick power clam being made here, and a quick double power clam push coming out from the Chill Dudes.
Yeah, we just see XL trying to defend here. I think they're gonna try to go in from the top together. The junior is pretty good at holding his face here. It's like chilling in middle here. XL does get one. I don't.
With a bit of sloppy movement, Slim Sanity unable to get the pick on XL there.
Yeah, we just see like Lee Fun and XL holding the middle here. XL probably opting to go in with a splashdown potentially here. And we do see a splashdown, but XL goes down too early, so the main fist is gone.
Here comes Leafy with the stamp. Unfortunately, right behind him is G-Master there. Immediately trying to go in and get the power climb in. Unfortunately, misses the opportunity. Gets taken out. And here we have another power climb coming out from the Chill Dudes. Let's see if they're going to be able to get this one in. Basket seems relatively unprotected here. And here comes Leafy and XL to try and keep it going. Double bubble coming out here. Very, very strong position for the Chill Dudes. And they do push all the way to 36 here.
Yeah, pretty strong push for the Chill Dudes here. We see
the push isn't even over yet.
Or even more. Push to dirty. Will we see any more clams?
Let's take a look. Slim Sanity really going in. Probably. Manages to get all of his clams in the basket there. And Lee Fun taking the pick 1 minute too late. The Chill Dudes have pushed all the way to 15 here. This is a huge position for them. You see Leafy getting the pick onto G-Master. And then down goes Slim Sanity to that splashdown. But unfortunately, without the help of XL, this push is not going to be that strong. You see more clams coming in from the Executioner side. G-Master goes down to Leafun. More clams coming in the basket, getting held open for as long as Leafy can possibly keep it open for. More clams on the top here. Just trying to throw them in. And let's see how long Leafy is going to be able to keep this basket open. XL trying to go back, I believe, for the pity clam. Or not really. Actually just trying to take this fight with Slim Sanity here. Just trying to get him out of the base. Unfortunately unable to. Now Slim Sanity is going to be able to give a pivotal jump to his teammate to take the pity clam. It looks like they're not actually going for the pity clam here. And instead trying to make a new power clam. And some more thrown clams there. That is going to be another power clam coming out. And here
we do see a jump in, yeah.
Jump in. XL taking the pick.
Here.
There we go. There is the score of the next power clam. Pushing all the way to 7. Just barely out of reach with taking that knockout on the game here. But here we do see a power climb being thrown in. Push happening. Unfortunately stopped immediately in its tracks by Slim Sanity there. And we're going to see another power climb coming out from the Chill Dudes. Lots of clams around for them to utilize. Let's see.
Yeah, I do know, like, they do score a ton of clams, especially at the start. That's what gets them going. We missed the power clam, but we still,
yeah, we still get it. That is going to be game 2 going to the Chill Dudes. The score is now tied up 1-1.
Okay, yeah. I really don't blame the Executioners for that. I really
they were kind of outmatched in terms of weapons, even.
I don't know where was the object shredder.
Alright, time for game 3. We are playing Rainmaker on Robo Ramen. This is very obviously Leafy's counter pick here, because with that Wellstring, he's going to be able to get some really, really strong plays going with the Rainmaker, because we know Leafy is very good at Rainmaker, and having the insane object damage of the Wellstring is going to be huge. And we do see Decav coming out from XL here.
Yeah, both players rush into middle here. XL's trying to watch Slim Sanity from the back, but he also has to watch G-Master as well. Just starting on that checkpoint. And Slim Sanity does go down.
Here we go, Hammer, Bro, managing to get the pick here. Very, very huge position for the Executioners, and now they are going to be able to get the Rainmaker going even further. Leafy choosing not to pop the Rainmaker quickly, and instead just trying to put a little bit more pressure before breaking that barrier there. We see XL trying to go in for a little bit of a shocking playstyle here. Unfortunately, unable to get the pick just yet. Here comes Slim Sanity trying to stop this push from Leafy. Leafy chooses not to take the Rainmaker here. Let's see. And manages to take the trade on the jump here with G-Master going down. Here comes XL once again to try and stop Slim Sanity, but unfortunately unable to. And now Slim Sanity goes in while G-Master picks up the Rainmaker and takes it to the first checkpoint.
I believe that Chill Dudes might get the lead here. And another double from Slim Sanity, I believe. Actually, no, not even a double. Leafy just didn't respawn at the time. harassing the Leafy in the corner of these curling bombs over the ledge.
Crazy good position here, trying to really push in and keep that lock going very aggressively, but unfortunately, G-Master goes down here.
I think we're seeing a lot of lag here. What the?
Here comes
what?
XL failing to get both the jump kill and the normal kill as well, and Leafy goes down, getting hit right in the back, and there is the Rainmaker push all the way to the end from Slim Sanity. That is going to be game 3 going to the Chill Dudes.
We did experience some lag at the end there. I just saw XL swimming in the enemy ink and just pulling up.
Bro, XL might have sold that game. Although, to be fair, I can't really say anything because every time I see a jump myself, I have to go for it.
No, that's Leafy.
Both of them. Alright, it's time for game 4 here. The Chill Dudes are currently 2 wins against the Executioners, who are currently at 1. So if the Chill Dudes will win this next game on tower control, on ship shape, they will advance to top cuts. You see Leafy and XL playing different weapons this time. XL playing the Tri-Stringer here, and Leafy on the T-Tech versus G-Master, who's also on the T-Tech, as well as Slim Sanity on the Ballpoint Nouveau.
Yeah, pretty interesting change of pace here. We normally expect Leafy to be on that stringer, but instead it's Leafy on the Sugar, and we do see the Executioners going down one by one here.
Yeah, important pick here for the Chill Dudes, getting another pick onto Leaf on the moment that he respawns here. G-Master kind of trying to hold this position to keep this push going. We see XL getting a very important splat on the tower here. Let's see. Looks like G-Master wants to take this checkpoint at the very least before pushing up. And XL is going to be on the back foot here, quite unable to get this pick without the help of Leafy. And popping those whales really helps to seal the deal and gets G-Master off the tower and stop that push.
Yeah, we do see a vacuum coming out, trying to suck up all the paint the strikes gives you. And we do see G-Master probably he's sharking behind that block here, going for Leafy. Slim Sanity goes down to Leafy. Can Leafy get to confirm the double here? I believe he can actually here.
Yeah, very good from Leafy here. Manages to get that pick, and here we see a push happening from the Executioner's side. Let's see if they'll be able to get further than the Chill Dudes did.
Yeah, we're definitely getting true check here, but can we get slightly ahead? I believe we could have, but we just backed up too early.
No, I think it was a good push, or it was a good retreat from XL here. With 2 people respawning quickly on the other side, it was very unlikely that they were going to get that push. So, pretty decent play from XL here, although we'll see if that ends up costing them the game from missing that push. But it does seem like the Chill Dudes are just pushing up even further. So even if the Executioners were able to get far, looks like they're able to go even further here. And we see the wipeout happening
in favor of the Executioners. Yes, we did. Both players have to respawn here. I think we might see G-Master probably gonna go for strikes to get XL off tower. Leafy just watching this left side so someone doesn't just push the original checkpoint place. G-Master goes down. It's only Slim Sanity watching this left side actually, just trying to bomb him out here, I believe.
Yeah, pretty decent spot for the Executioners. It looks like they're going to be able to take the lead here. Leafy getting hit a couple times here, not the best position. Might want to pop those strikes to try and keep this push going. G-Master goes down. Looks like the strikes were not actually needed here. Here comes the bombs, and the Executioners have now taken the lead. Let's see how long XL can keep this going. We do see a vac coming out here, and Slim Sanity able to take the tower with that vac, with G-Master following right ahead.
Yeah, we just see XL backing up, which is probably the smarter choice here, considering he's the backline option that the Executioners are currently using. Whale does come out here. I don't even know what's happening here. We're just pushing the tower. Actually, back does come out. We will probably see a wipeout here. Maybe.
Getting taken out here. Let's see if G-Master can confirm this final splat onto XL here. Already at half HP, but deciding to back up and use those ink strikes to try and keep the pressure going even more. Down goes Slim Sanity. And let's see, Leafy dropping down, or not exactly dropping down, but still just shooting from further. Now we see the drop and trying to put more pressure on G-Master. G-Master goes down, and the tower is now in the Executioner's possession once again.
Yeah, just XL riding this tower, just like trying to maybe push it for more points or a potential knockout. Considering executioners have no more checks to break through. Strikes do in fact come out here. Slim Sanity holding this left side. I don't know where G Master is, but she's popping those strikes, trying to get XL off the tower, which he does, but he's still in a 1v2 scenario. Leafy goes down. It's just XL left to hold the scenario here.
And with 45 seconds left on the clock, this looks like it's going to be the final push before overtime. Let's see if the Chill Dudes can actually make this happen. Leafy managing to get this pick, even though he was being jump camped there. Very, very good pick there. And down goes G-Master once again. Leafun and XL taking the tower once more with 20 seconds left on the clock. This looks like it's going to be the overtime push. Let's see if the Chill Dudes are able to make it happen here.
Yeah, G-Master just striking on this wall, hoping XL doesn't notice him, and I think that's probably what happened here. Leafy goes down pretty early.
Some sanity. XL managing to get the pick in with 3 seconds left on the clock. It seems that this game is going to go to the Executioners. We are now going to a Game 5.
Pretty interesting games from both teams, honestly. Oh my god, we got Game 5. We got a Game 5, guys. We got a Game 5.
Yeah.
We got a Game 5.
Alright, it's time for Game 5 of this win and in round here. G-Master and Slim Sandy on the Team Chill Dudes versus Team Executioners with Leafun and XL. The winner of this game will advance into the top 4 cut of the Summer Clash. Let's see who is going to make it in. We have the Splattershot Jr. and Twinkle's Splat Dualies on Team Chill Dudes versus the Octobrush and Stringer on Team Executioners, playing Clan Blitz on Mahi Resort. We do see an Inkjet coming in, and immediately getting the first push of the game is XL and Leafy here. Managing to get a couple more clams, and it looks like the opposing team is quite outranged. These weapons are very, very weird for this match. Usually they'd be pretty good, but since Team Executioners is able to set up a decent lock with range and AoE, this is going to be a pretty difficult spot for the Chill Dudes here. Of course, we do see them managing to push through this lock here. Very, very important position to be in right now. And let's see if they're going to be able to push past 53 and take the lead.
Yeah, we do see, like, we have Bubble here on Junior, on our Junior player here. Leafy goes down pretty early. XL popping the jet. We're just going to try to flank right, but XL manages to get a pretty nice pick on the Junior here. And then XL just manages to dodge the dually barely. But
drop roller immediately, and here we have 6 clams unable to find the final 2. That is not going to be good here, because now you physically cannot make a push without 2 more clams. You need those 2 extra to open the basket. There we go, basket's open now, but unfortunately G-Master goes down, but thankfully Slim Sanity able to get this pick here. Very, very good position. Now they are going to be able to take the lead most likely. Let's see, managing to get the Octobrush out of there and keeping the basket open, managing to get even more clams into the basket. Here comes a power clam, more clams coming in. This is a huge push for the Chill Dudes, going all the way down to 18. See Slim Sanity just trying to keep this lock going. 2 more clams, and that is going to be the end. And the Chill Dudes make it into the top cut of the Amyverse Summer Clash 2026. Yo, insane game. I thought they were outmatched completely.
Nah, anyway.
All right, Alan. Okay, once we say time, then we start. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Alan. It's TV time. Okay, we are back with round 5 once again, and in this bracket we have Team iGhost versus Team Last Minute Warriors. iGhost currently has a record of 3 wins and 1 loss in the tournament, versus the Last Minute Warriors, who are currently 2-2 right now. And this is the first time they have been featured on stream. We have Dylan and Oblivion here. Oblivion playing the Forged Splattershot Pro, with Dylan playing the NZAP 89 on this Turf War game on Scorch Gorge against iGhost, who are bringing once again the disgusting 52 gal and the custom dually squelchers.
Yeah, we just see Ghost like constantly going back and forth, just like trying to like get a couple shots in and like get a couple like spots of paint, and we just do see Halo just painting the iGhost spawn, making sure that's perfect as possible before they actually like try to take mid here.
You can see both teams not really getting into much fights here, mostly focusing on just painting the ground. We see Oblivion also kind of disengaging, trying to just keep the ground painted and stay in a position where she can get a good pick. Unfortunately, only able to hit 2 shots on Halo as Ghost swoops in and takes this first pick of the game on Oblivion.
Very like stalemate stuff happening here. I think iGhost is in the lead, but this just feels like such a stalemate here. We have like both players are grouped up here. I feel like not both players, both teams here. Yeah, we have super chumps. We do pop them, trying to like maybe regain mid control here.
Yeah, not really going in with the chumps, just kind of using them to paint up. Unfortunately, chumps don't typically do too much on their own. You kind of need a bit of help from the actual players to go in with the super chumps. As we can see, Halo doing this exactly, kind of trying to push in and stay on this bridge area to try and prevent the opponent from pushing forward while pressuring with the chumps. And now we see another whale coming out here. Let's see what Oblivion can do to try and take back mid here.
I'm not really seeing like many like pushes together here. We do see Oblivion getting one on the Ghost on the left, and Halo stuck in the bottom left here. Maybe jumping out to one of the beacons, in which he does. Last minute Warriors do have the big control here. Dylan does go down pretty early here, I believe. And it's just Oblivion holding this middle here.
It's curious to see Oblivion not going for the kill confirm on Halo when he was backed into a corner there, and instead trying to go for the jump on Ghost, which she's still alive, but not taking out Halo there might have been a bit of a misplay. Let's take a look, because this game is already quite close. Let's see if the last minute Warriors can win this. Halo goes down, and there goes Indigo as well. Ghost still alive, able to paint mid, and it looks like that is going to be a win for Team iGhost.
Okay, yeah, what was that game?
No clue.
Oh. I'm generally so confused. Like I had to like purposely stutter just to like think of something to say, I think. I was like, we're just going in circles. Like, ring around the rosy. Ring around the rosy.
Alright, it's time for Painmaker on Wahoo World. We have Team iGhost playing the same double gal comp they've been playing for most of the tournament, except we're playing the Vac gal here, versus the Splattershot and Tri-Slosher on Team Last Minute Warriors.
Yeah, pretty interesting comp here. Two shots weapons and into a Tri-Slosher, which is a pretty nice cooler boost, but it isn't really doing much since like you can't even grab the extra 2 cooler drinks here.
Not too sure, like, but with both the short range weapons that can paint pretty decently, this will force Team iGhost to play a bit more coordinated, because if they go in with not enough paint, they might not be able to complete their pushes here. Although we do see them kind of taking control of mid. Oblivion trying to stop this by popping a Trizuka here. Unfortunately, unable to find a pick here.
Yeah, we do see the Tri-Slosher going down here, I believe.
Halo takes the Rainmaker.
Yeah, we do see. I think the shot would probably most likely back up here. For some reason, we did rotate right check, I believe.
Yeah, going for the pick here, but with that ink vac, unfortunately, Oblivion goes down, and now Team iGhost is going to be able to get into this check here. Unfortunately, unable to secure the wipeout, or the knockout, but they do secure the wipeout instead. Unfortunately, dying to the Rainmaker shield, which is pretty insane here. We see iGhost, or Ghost rather, respawning and trying to keep this push going, but unfortunately, that hit to the Rainmaker shield was embarrassingly bad, and we can see that Team Last Minute Warriors is now given an opening to try and push back into mid.
Yeah, we just see like Halo just taking this right side here, probably like trying to like prevent the Rainmaker from pushing. Ghost is on the flank here, trying to hit some fall off shots, not able to, unfortunately.
Oh, here comes
Still on
Ghost
his
with the
flank.
flank here, managing to take out Oblivion, and now he's making his way into mid where he's going to be able to take out the Rainmaker.
Yeah, just like Ghost holding this whale, waiting for someone to like actually like make a play here. We do pop whale here actually, and the whale's not really providing much value here. He was hoping for like some displacement or even better a pick. We just see Oblivion opted to take this left side alone. Ghost does like pick him out here just to try slosher. She has to back up, I'm assuming here.
Here comes the Gal once again here. Unfortunately, deciding not to go for the pick here, trying to mostly just keep control of mid as this Rainmaker shield is currently still painted, just kind of trying to stall out the opponent here. They've already pushed to 1, there's no real reason to go for the wipeout, they're just going to try and stall out the enemy team now.
Yeah, the last minute Warriors have to like find a way in here like pretty fast. Like we do see a trade happening here, but that's not really going to provide much value unless Dylan wins this 1v1, which he doesn't here.
Yeah, very good pick from Dylan here, being able to get this get the splat onto Dylan. Now Halo's going to be able to keep the control of mid quite well. There's Ghost up ahead, just kind of sharking, waiting for an opponent to kind of swim into this general area, and then he's just going to drop down and just basically take them out before they can really do anything. You see a wall coming out along with the vac, so double defense going here, and Ghost trying to get this pick onto Oblivion up here. Oblivion trying to go in for the pick, unfortunately gets taken out by Ghost, and Ghost manages to take out Dylan as well here.
Yeah, just like some pretty like stalling tactics here, and the Rainmaker won't reset due to the fact that it has the shield up, but it doesn't even matter if it would reset to begin with because it's already in middle. We just see like a kind of 1v1 scenario here on the left. Now we actually rotate to the right instead. One does go down here, and then another goes down here from Last Minute Warriors.
Exactly. We are going to be needing to see a big push from Team Last Minute Warriors with some specials. Otherwise, they're just going to be kind of stayed in their base. They're going to be forced to stay in their base because Team iGhost is not letting up the pressure at all here. Reducing Ghost taking yet another splat and one more onto Dylan here, taking the wipeout. And now Team Last Minute Warriors is very much on the back foot. Halo goes down to a surprise Trizuka shot here.
Ghost trying to hold this ramp area, popping whale, getting the Tri-Slosher in the process. It's just Oblivion to contest the Rainmaker pop. I think Halo's there to stop it. Wait, where's Halo? Oh yeah, he is there to help stop it, okay. Just like everyone's just shooting the Rainmaker, hoping for the pop. Last Minute Warriors does get the pop. So are they gonna grab the Rainmaker? They don't.
They grab it, but just out of the time that they had. Unfortunately, that is going to be another win for Team iGhost. Alan, remind me to check the 3-minute mark after this. In fact, I'll start editing the video right after this, and I can stay in VC while I do that. But just remind me to go to the 3-minute mark because I pressed the R button by accident and that opened the graph, so I can edit that part out. All right, it's time for Game 3. iGhost versus the Last Minute Warriors. iGhost is currently 2 wins up in this set. Can the Last Minute Warriors take it back?
Yeah, just double Gal coming out again. We do see a surprising pick. Silver Arrow Spray trying to go for that slider spam, I believe, and a carbon.
Definitely. The slider spam is going to be very good on this stage. We're playing Splat Zones on Hagglefish Market, and this zone is, or at least was, pre-nerf, very susceptible to being hit with slider cheese. But we do see a trade happening here. The slider manages to get one, but Oblivion goes down to Ghost here. Thankfully, Dylan is able to clutch up and take the splat onto Ghost. Let's see if Halo can take back the zone. We see Sprinkler here. Sprinkler, very, very good tool here to keep the zone in your possession or to try and turn the tides, because now your opponent is going to have to focus on the sprinkler and not on you, which is quite strong. And of course we see Oblivion on that carbon roller being able to shark and try and stop the opponent from getting any further, because the moment they cross where Oblivion is sharking, they're going to be in a world of pain if she's able to get her shot off, which shouldn't be too hard with the carbon roller. Although, unfortunately, we see the ink vac coming out, kind of nullifying everything that Oblivion can really do here. And Ghost and Halo managing to take the zone, and now they are going to be able to start a push here.
Yeah, I'm just watching Ghost right now. He was just staring into the camera menacingly. And then...
Yeah, bro,
he was doing the same as well.
Bro, these guys are not cool, bro. They are not cool.
We do see Azuka coming out, not able to get anyone. We have a reslagger, but we just need like a way to push in, right? The Carbon does push, but then the reslagger...
Down goes Dylan here.
He does go down early here.
Really unfortunate here. And Oblivion can realistically not do too much without any paint, and currently, without her teammate, she's going to be on the back foot, but it does seem like she's able to push past this hurdle and take a very important double KO here, being able to get the zone in her teammate's favor.
Yeah, we do have a reslagger, but they have a vac for that. The 96 actually goes down pretty early. It's just the arrow spray versus the Ghost here. Ghost managing to punish that reslagger and paint the zone. Here's. Okay, yeah.
So
like
Oblivion
whales
here,
coming.
trying to keep this salvageable, to say the least. Because right now, with not a lot of paint, it is going to be very difficult. Oblivion trying to go in and get the splat here, but unfortunately unable to do so here. And it looks like the game might be sealed, but it's not over yet. There's still about 30 ticks remaining. Oblivion and Dylan are going to need to go in together, and we're going to need to see a lot of paint on this stage in order for anything to really happen here. We do see the vac coming out, completely nullifying the Zuka. This is very difficult here. We see Dylan going in with that Reef Slider, trading with Halo, but unfortunately Oblivion's weapon just cannot paint, and that is going to be the wipeout and the win going to Team iGhost. Yeah, these guys, they are not cool. Why are we taunting, bro? Why are we taunting?
Don't do the formal thing, bro. You're
All
gonna
right.
get sniped.
I'm gonna jump.
Okay, so here's
We'll
the
kill you.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, I'll push her off.
Squidbeak is he's gay. He doesn't shower. He doesn't have a job. He's a bum.
Get your ass down, bro. Get your ass down from there. I'm coming to push you off.
Damn.
There, I pushed you. You can't see me because I'm invisible or something.
I'm like walking on air, bro. I'm like Jesus.
Get off!
Alright, anyway, hi everyone. After like over a week, we're finally gonna be done with Summer Clash. And we have 4 teams now who are going to battle it out to determine who's gonna be the champion. We have Team Vermilion Eagles, Wahoo Skib, and Aura Pilot. We have Team
lose.
Chill Dudes, G-Master, and Tupac Resurrected, aka Slim Sanity. We have Meow, Alan, and Velocity.
They're gonna win!
And we have one more team. I low-key forgot who. I don't think they're that important. But anyway, I am joined here. I'm joined with... Unfortunately, I am joined with Puru and Squidbeak. It's very...
Unfortunately.
Okay. Genuinely, okay. I'm happy that Pure is here. I'm unfortunately joined by Squidbeak. And we are going to we're gonna commentate top 4.
No, hold on, Amy. I think you forgot a team. I think you forgot.
Yeah. There's iGhost. That's right. Okay, so Vermilion Eagles, iGhost, Meow, and Chill Dudes are gonna be competing in this top 4. So our featured match is going to be Team Chill Dudes versus iGhost, and then the other teams are going to play at the same time, and then we're going to move on to the finals. And unlike the anti-sweats tournament today, there's no special rules whatsoever. And yeah,
Hopefully it won't take 7 years.
It
as
won't
well.
take
Yeah.
7 years this time, I promise. If Discord
7
was to
years.
cooperate. Also, you guys
Now,
weren't
when
even
has
here.
that ever happened?
You guys
Name a
were not
single
even
time
here
Discord
yesterday.
wanted to cooperate, bro.
It's okay, we don't even need Discord for anything. So it's fine.
Remember to record.
I already hit record.
We are
Okay.
independent inklings. We don't
Okay.
need no Discord.
So I'm gonna make a room now. Oh wait, you guys are already... No, those are you guys. Okay, I'm gonna make a room for the thing. What should the code be, guys?
6767.
6. Yo, Dick
Oh.
Cheeks, shut up.
Dick Cheeks might have to
You,
die.
you literally just said it though.
Can I like? Do I get free speech or like do I not get free speech?
No, bro.
It depends
You
what
don't
you
get
mean
free-
by free speech. I'm scared.
Yo, what I mean by free speech is free speech, bro.
Yeah,
know my
you
First
don't.
Amendment
No,
right.
you don't. You don't.
Okay.
You lost the right of free speech, bro. Long ago.
Yo, shut up. Dick. I put in the wrong code. Hold up.
First map mode. You guys can coin flip for it. Okay, so Pure, are you commentating or not?
Yeah.
Why is it
Okay.
heads or tails?
Yo,
instead of, like,
Squidbeat,
heads
get out of
or-
the room. Get out.
heads or heads, like head or straight teeth. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, never mind. You know what? I'm leaving. I don't want to be. Okay,
Yes,
never mind.
Squidbeat, get out of the
My
room.
bad.
It doesn't
I
take a
thought you had
genius.
to like pay
Ghost, get out of the thing.
$dollars, bro.
Alright,
Ghost,
time
get out
for
of the
round
audience.
1. Time for
Ghost,
round...
get
Oh
out
my
of
god,
the
Pure.
audience. Shut up.
Ghost, you have to leave. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yo, you guys suck.
finally.
Utsu
No.
Twin, what's good?
Anyway, round 1, we're seeing iGhost versus
Double
Chill
gal.
Dudes again. Disgusting double gal on
Double
iGhost
gal.
side.
Twinkles and Cobra is actually a good combo, at least. It's better than Double Gal.
Is it? Actually, I think
Yes.
it might be. I think it might be.
Wait, one of the gals is trying to sneak behind the Cobras. Cobras backs up. I think they're still back
See,
there.
Halo immediately going down here.
Yeah. Slim Sanity is approaching the gal. Oh, they go
Okay,
down,
Ghost
though.
managing to get it. Let's see.
They're
G-Master
low.
needs to try and hit this
Ooh, the
burst
triple
bomb here.
splashdown.
Doesn't need to. Splashdown comes out.
Sad. Alright, the zone is being contested right now. They could take it.
And there goes
Oh,
Halo with the
Incorrect.
vac. Unfortunately, no teammate, but there's Ghost coming in, so that should be good. They should be able to get the zone now with this vac. But Slim Sanity, with a really good maneuver, able to dodge, but unfortunately not quite able to get out of Ghost's range there. And Ghost managing to get the second pick onto G-Master.
They're gonna push up into their court. We see Sanity respawning, and they're being pressure applied onto them. But they get a splat, and they're gonna push up towards zone.
And we do see Bubble charged up as well. They're going to need to push Bubble, like, very close to zone. Unfortunately,
Ooh, they
not
go-
quite able to go in there. Ghost getting that
And
second
I
splat
found-
there as well.
Looks like the points are gonna keep ticking down for their team. Alright, they both respawned. Ooh.
And there we go. Slim Sandy deciding to go down and try and get the zone, taking this fight against Halo here. And we see the bubble coming out. Ghost very low. Unfortunately, doesn't get taken out by the Fizzy Bomb here. They're going to need to try and contest the zone. Unfortunately, with the wall there, they've been able to play around. And Ghost managing to get this splat here. This is basically just going to seal the fate of Chill Dudes. And game 1 is going to be taken by Team iGhost.
That was quick.
That was quick.
Very impressive.
Holy.
There was like no hope. Three golds, just like I always do.
Okay.
Why are we lying to the audience?
Yo. We can't be lying on
Magicians
stream.
lie to their audience all the time.
We
This isn't
can't be
anything.
lying on stream, Dick Cheeks. Alright,
What's
game
that?
2. We see Clams on Sturgeon. Pure, you guys, you two think that Sturgeon is not good. I think it's a great stage.
It's
Okay,
double gal
we-
against
Do against a
Shot
junior and a
junior.
glamour.
energy shot.
Interesting counter pick here, especially if Slim Sanity and G-Master knew that they'd see the double gal comp on the opposing team. I wonder why they're choosing to go with shorter range weapons, but with the burst bomb, that does give a bit of extra range, so they could be able to do something here, especially with the Kraken as well. That could allow them to get a little bit of extra invincibility against the gals, which they'll struggle to deal with.
From the looks of it, the 52 and the 96, they have a lot better splatting power, but then as well, they have much better painting power due to their shorter range but faster shooting weapons. So we'll see which one comes out on top. Is it paint or is it power?
We see the Kraken here managing to get
You
Ghost,
can
and
get
then
one.
Team
They get a
Chill
power
Dudes is
climb.
going to do our first push of the game.
Alright, Halo drops down. He's trying to contest the additional clam scoring, but he goes down. And that's 3 extra clams for them to score with. Although Ghost is raining it down upon them, and they go down.
Let's see, unfortunately here the push is going to end, and now it is up to the Chill Dudes to play a little bit more defensively, or try and start another push. Looks like with
They
that
do
power
have their
climb
power
here,
clamp. They are passing it around. So there's hope.
it does look like they want to go more aggressive and try and get this next power climb in. Going up from the top here, very good strategy on this stage. G-Master here managing to get a very important pick onto Ghost using a Splat Bomb, and we see even more clams coming out to hold the basket open for longer.
They both fall into court, but now they're retreating. They ran out of clams to score in, so that will allow Team Ghost to come with the counterplay, my bad.
There are more power, or more clams coming in here. Halo about to go down. There, down goes Halo. Here is Ghost here also going down.
Oh, wipe?
And that is going to be the end of this push, but a huge push nonetheless here. Very, very strong position for Team Chill Dudes, especially considering they're already very close to a power climb already here. And they're going to try and kind of stay close to the enemy basket to try and score one more time. They managed to do so here. G-Master unfortunately going down, and we see a trade happening between Ghost and Slim Sanity. So now Halo is going to be able to go in and start the first push on their side.
Looks like Ghost is going to be able to make a pretty powerful counterplay here. They're going to be able to score a lot of clams to make up for all the ones they lost earlier in the game.
So a wipeout coming out here. Unfortunately, misplaced Tacticooler from Halo means that Ghost is going to be down for quite a long time. There we go, Slim Sandy giving jumps. This is going to be another good spot for the Chill Dudes to get another push in. And with so many power clams, this looks like they are going to be able to win this game by knockout.
That was amazing, honestly. I did not expect them to win. I thought they'd be outplayed by the Gals.
A very clean game
yeah.
from them for sure.
They let their paint oppress Team Ghost, so that was a very nice play there. Time. So I'm going to do it this time.
I do not.
The opening.
No, I
Alright,
want
do
to
it.
say. Okay.
Capital Splat Zones. We have Team Ghost versus Team Chill Dudes, and we're seeing a Decavitator and a V96 against an Ends Up and an S-Blast 92.
Very interesting. I love seeing the S-Blast, honestly. You know me. Unfortunately, we don't get my song.
I know, you're a chud.
Blazing the worst blaster,
Kira, shut
by
up.
the way.
No.
I honestly really like the S-Blast pick, especially for this kind of 2v2 environment, because having the paint with the sprinkler is really strong, and most importantly, the Reef Slider is just incredible, especially with a blaster that can just combo off of it. We do see the
And on
back
top of
coming
it,
out.
for cooler, they have a really solid comp too.
There we go. The jump out from Slim Sanity there. Very, very good maneuver. With that ink vac, it is pretty good because, as we saw with Team Igos, they just used the ink vac and the decav to kind of push in with those dash slashes being completely protected from all sides. We do see Slim Sanity getting an important pick onto Halo here. Igos kind of chilling on the right side, trying to shock around. Not really sure what he's trying to do here, just kind of waiting it out, it seems.
Looks like he's waiting for an obvious target to come around.
Yeah.
Because the S-Blast can easily take him down if you get the pick. Oh, he comes out and he gets the Ends Up. The S-Blast is on top. And he's trying to get the fight here. Both are low.
Unfortunately, goes
Oh,
down
but
to
Ghost
Slim
didn't-
Sanity. Here comes the Reef Slider from Slim here. So taking a hit from Halo. Let's see who's going to win this next fight. We can see the VAC coming out. Unfortunately, unable to get the pick on the VAC. We do manage to get it a little bit delayed, and there we go. That is going to be the zone cap for Team Chill Dudes.
A solid double, I would say.
Enzap and
Okay,
S-Blast
both
is
of these
definitely
are-
a force to be reckoned with.
Alright, so the cooler goes up on their top left, and they're going to attempt to take the zone. Ghost is able to bring one low, but they do go down.
Going extremely well-placed suction bomb there, kind of forcing Ghost to be backed into that corner for G-Master to kind of go in and take the splat there. And here comes Ghost
The
once
back-
again. Let's see if... Okay, Slim Sanity manages to get Halo. Gets taken out by Ghost. Here comes G-Master, and the bubble is here. Unfortunately, really small bubble. And Ghost manages to win this encounter here. Managing to cap the zone as well. And start a pretty decent push. Let's see how long it can go for. You see the Reef Slider coming out, and managing to get the double is Slim Sanity here. Taking the zone once again for Team Chill Dudes.
Halo's respawn, and he's getting ready to go counter their previous plays. They are trying to paint for back, it seems. Although they are getting pushed by Gamsta. No, Sandy.
There
The
we
back
go.
does
Slim
come out. They
managing
might
to get
use
this
it to
pick.
cheese it up.
Very, very important pick here for Slim to get. And here we can see kind of pushing the vac here, trying to lower the amount of time the vac stays in effect by shooting it. Here we go, 15 ticks remaining. Down goes Slim. It's all up to G-Master to kind of keep the zone in their possession here. Unfortunately, unable to. Ghost runs out of ink and gets taken out by G-Master. Very important trade to see here. In comes Slim Sanity respawning, and the Ghost trying to get this jump here. Unfortunately, just outside of the range of that Reef Slider, and Slim is unable to get this first pick. Down goes G-Master once again. Now Slim needs to fight this 1v2. Unfortunately,
They do manage to hold their ground, and they do take the zone back, allowing the purple team to get a lot of reserve points.
Yeah, I'm
If
liking
they
this
continue
back and
playing
forth.
this way, they might be able to take the lead back in the end.
Very true. They don't have any penalty points at all here, so anything is really possible. You
The
see
timer's
cooler
ticking
coming
down.
out.
It seems Team Chill Dude doesn't able to get any push in.
And there we go. There
They
is the
do-
wipeout. We do need to take the zone first, but we also need to break that bubble before the opposing team starts spawning and jumping into it. And as we predicted, there we go. That's a jump here. And Ghost, unfortunately, unable to get the splat here. G-Master taking this jump kill.
Halo has his back charge, and it does come out, and he is ready to take the zone with this. Once he
There we go.
fills it
Ghost
up enough,
managing to get an
cool.
important splat here.
But
G-Master
he
managing
misses
to
the
get this
back
next
shot,
one.
and it flips onto the wall.
Good. That sprinkler there really putting in the work for Halo. G-Master unfortunately running out of ink, unable to get the zone back. And there we go, another penalty going onto the Chill Dude side. And there we go, that's going to be a wipeout on them as well. With 30 seconds remaining, this looks like the penultimate push of this game here. So out comes the cooler. This means that we're going to see a counter push happen. Charging up that Reef Slider. We do see the Reef Slider coming out. Unfortunately, getting taken out is both people on the Chill Dude side. And with 10 seconds remaining, are they going to be able to stop the push? It looks very unlikely here. G-Master going down. Here comes the Reef Slider. We managed to cap the zone, and there we go.
And they take control back.
Insane third game here. And the Chill Dudes managed to just barely scrape out that game. They are currently 2-1 in this set.
Okay, I genuinely did not expect that. I thought they were going to lose that.
Completely at a loss for words there. Amazing play from the Chill Dudes.
Is there a bad weapon?
Alright, let's... Yo, Pure, you do the opening now.
Oh, I'm too scared.
Okay, Squidbeak, you do it.
Here we are on Humpback Pump Track. It's
Oh my
Rainmaker.
god, hold on, let me lower him down. So loud. Hold on 1 sec.
Yo, Pure, you might actually have to get off commentating. Okay, so Humpback Zones. We have the double gal comp once again.
It's
deciding...
not zones, by the way.
It's not zones, that's right. We were talking about how we don't like zones on this stage. It's Rainmaker. That's even worse, actually. We're not
she's
seeing...
not
Power
2v1.
control.
Yeah, and we're not seeing the Dread... Or not the Dread, we're not seeing the, decav anymore, which is kind of interesting. Although 52 is quite good on this stage with those, like, narrow hallways. You can kind of just wall off one area completely. And we see Octobrush, curiously, coming out from Slim Sanity, along with the T-Tech.
The team comp for Chill Dudes is a very interesting one, I would say. The double gal is something that we're used to over this set. It is pretty standard. But Octoshot and Comet's Octobrush is a very interesting choice. Especially Kraken in a 2v2 setting. It's not something that you would see often.
There
You
we
would usually
go.
go for more explosion.
Tying to the Rainmaker
No,
shield.
tying to the
Embarrassing.
Rainmaker shield.
I'm crying.
There we go. There's
Alright,
the
Halo is
wipeout.
coming back from around to pop the Rainmaker. Ghost jumps in. Although the orange team is respawning. Ooh, we
Wait,
see
that's
the
off.
whale
Hold
come
up.
out. Hiro, do you want to turn? Because I don't want to talk over you.
Bro, I don't even know the colors, bro.
Do you have color lock?
Oh, there we go.
Wait, you're not even spectating. What am I talking about?
I
Bro,
will
I'm
see.
colorblind.
All right, we
Team-
keep Team Chill Dudes going for the push.
Yeah, definitely trying to get more points on the board here, and it looks like they're going to be able to get this splat onto Ghost here. Let's see if they're able to get Halo as well. If they are, then this should be a free game. We do see a jump out, and unfortunately not enough time, and there we go. Chill Dudes
That was
winning this
okay.
set.
I take back.
Yo,
my
why
earlier
did someone just
about
ask? Do
being
I have a
unusual.
British accent, bro?
Pew does
What
have a
the
British accent.
I honestly take that back. I thought that the Kraken would be a bad choice, that they would just get mowed down. But that Kraken there was able to block off all of their shots and prevent the Rainmaker from being damaged, which is a very good strategy.
Yeah, dude, we're kicking off.
Yo.
Bro.
Bro, Puro cannot commentate. You're just talking over the commentary, bro.
I can't commentate either. I keep stuttering and making mistakes.
I mean, you can stutter, that's fine. Like, I stutter a lot.
You do, Twin.
Okay.
My bad. But that was a very spectacular set, honestly. I did really enjoy watching that one.
Yes, yes.
At first, I was expecting Team Ghost to win. They are formed with two very powerful players. And from my point of view, I see Team Chill Dude, as the title suggests, just some chill, casual players who like enjoying the game. I did not expect them to be able to take the set out of that one. What were you thinking?
I honestly always had my money on Chill Dudes. I thought that, they were pretty good, and they were the only team who I think could really hold a candle to Team Meow, which was Alan and Velocity. And we are going to see them face off right now, actually, in the finals.
They're not finished.
No, I think they're done.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're gonna just go straight to the.
So you're saying that you're rooting for Team Chill Dudes then?
Absolutely.
I'm personally rooting for Team Meow.
Yeah.
We do know them to be pretty popular and pretty powerful. Although that an underdog story would be nice, I just know that Team Meow is a lot more powerful and they do have a lot more potential to win this.
Well, we'll see, because really, we haven't seen these guys face off, like, pretty much at all. I know they played in Swiss, but from what I heard, there was a disconnect on one of the games, and unfortunately the game went to Team Meow. So it was very close, and here we are going to see the rematch in the finals. Let's see if Team Chill Dudes can really, can really prove what they were saying, which was that they would have won had it not been for that DC. Let's see if that is the case, as we do see them play against Meow in this finals.
So then this would be kind of a rematch for them then. They get to reclaim their glory from last time. If they win, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Although I wouldn't put any money on that. I'm fully expecting Team Meow to win this one.
Oh, I'm definitely rooting for Team Chill Dudes here. But we'll see. I think they're both pretty evenly matched. Hopefully we can see the game go, or the set go for, like, quite a long time. Like, maybe we could go to a Game 5,
Back and
potentially.
forth, sort of.
But let's see.
Not controversial, but a very tide-changing set. I'd like to stay on my toes for this one. That's what I'm excited for in this tournament. All right, May seems to be rooting for Alan here, because you see, May knows ball. I believe that Alan's going to win.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the finals. We have Cat Allen and Velocity on Team Meow versus G-Master and Slim Sanity on Team Chill Dudes. This is going to be the final set. And for this game 1, we're going to see Hagglefish Market Splat Zones.
I'm seeing some nice parallels in this match. We have some of the sweatiest players on the server versus some pretty normal shower-taking, job-having casuals. This is going to be a very interesting match.
I don't think anyone in this lobby has a job, Squidbeak, but okay. We do see the Paintbrush as a very interesting pick here. Managing to get the first wipeout of the game is Team Chill Dudes here. Very, very strong position for them right now. Being able to start a lock here, and with the Paintbrush, you are going to be able to have a lot of long range and be able to get some really easy picks if you have a lot of paint on the ground, which Team Chill Dudes does have. On the opposite side, we see Dreadringer from Alan, his trusty main weapon here, and the Sticker Stamper from Velocity. And here we see them actually getting this wipeout here and managing to start a counter push.
Alright, I think I'll hold on to my claim here. Even though they did get them down to 55 points right off the bat, they do seem to be fighting back to take it, and we do have Velocity with the Booyah Bomb ready to use whenever needed. They are going to hold their place in zone and try to make pain. Oh, the Booyah Bomb comes out, and they're going to throw it to the right. Octoshot is getting some pressure from that, and they're checking right side. But no one's over there.
It looks like Slim Sandy trying to shock in this tiny puddle here. Let's see, we managed to get Alan. Very, very important pick to get here. Getting rid of the Dreadringer, which is the important paint weapon. And here, Slim Sandy is able to get the pick on Velocity. They're currently at 55 right now, but they will be ticking down very soon. Can we get a 5-5 from the audience? 5-5!
Disable your account right now! Bro, I missed when they got the 6-7. Oh!
There we go. Slim Sanity getting Alan here.
I must say, Sanity is very good on brushes. They do know their way around them.
Absolutely. Here comes Velocity. Trying to get a pick here. Unfortunately, unable to. Accidentally drops onto that left side there and has to jump out. And with 19 ticks remaining, this is Meow's final chance. We do see Reef Slider from Alan. And we see Slim Sandy deciding to wait out the Reef Slider. Probably a good idea here. Let's see if they're going to be able to cap zone. Team Meow getting pushed here by Slim Sanity. Slim goes down. Let's see if Velocity can take it back. 5 ticks remaining. Here comes G-Master. And unfortunately, with the trade, that is going to be game 1. Going to the Chill Dudes.
That was a very nice win for them. I did not expect them to be able to hold their own against the Dreadringer. That was amazing.
Insane game 1 here. And Meow did put up a huge fight there. And I don't think it's going to be easy for G-Master and Slim Sanity to take this set. But let's see if they're going to be able to do so.
Although that was a devastating first match loss, I'm still going to hold my ground here, and I am rooting entirely for Team Meow. I believe that they still have what it takes.
Alright, Squidbeak, remind me to never have you give me advice on betting ever.
Why? It's one match, by the way. They lost one match.
True, anything can happen.
Yeah. I've known Team Meow. I know their members personally, and I know that they're some of the sweatiest chuds on the game. So I have full faith in them.
Alright, so G-Master and Tupac, tell me what your counter pick is.
Wait, didn't they win?
Oh, no. Alan and Velocity, you're right. They did
I
win.
guess, bro.
I keep thinking that Alan wins by default, bro. This is why I want the other team to win.
He's supposed to win.
No,
He's
bro.
the
No,
hero of
he
the
won
story,
last
bro.
time.
Let me glaze my goat.
Yo, you can glaze your goat after he loses.
No! That's never gonna happen, bro.
You can be like the Ronaldo fans after Messi did whatever it is. I don't follow football.
Nah, bro. Fat Allen is unbeaten.
Also,
He's
by the way,
unbeaten.
it's football, not soccer. If anyone comes to me saying soccer, it's over, bro. We're not friends anymore.
I'm American, but even I know it's football. Like American football, why do they call it football? You're more throwing it.
Okay, here's the funny thing. The word soccer was actually created by the Brits, which is even weirder.
Yeah.
But no, it's football.
I don't know. Because it was a football club called soccer, I think. And then the Americans saw that and they thought the sport was called soccer.
No, it was something else. It was something...
How was it?
It was like a play on the sock part. I don't know. It was something. I have to look up the video that I saw, but there was a video that I did see like a couple years ago. I think it was actually last World Cup! Now that
Everyone
I think about
in
it.
the audience, I'm curious. Do y'all prefer to call it soccer or football?
Bro,
This
everyone's
isn't
gonna say
related to
soccer
the-
because they're weird and stupid and American.
There's an American in this stage with you, by the way.
Yeah,
You
but
see,
you call it
anything goes
football.
wrong.
You call it football, and also you're still dumb. This doesn't
Just
change
because I
anything.
don't-
Yeah, this is totally not gonna be in the final video. Trust.
Whoa! There's a video. Oh, I forgot there was a video. My bad.
Yo, why do you think we're recording? Yo.
We can watch this later.
Yo, Squidbeak might be slow.
Expised. I'm crying.
Expised, bro.
Okay, I was gonna ask actually. Thank you. Alright, so here we are on Barnacle and Dime Splat Zones, a very popular tournament stage. And let's see what our teams are. We have the Sticker, Splatoon, and Dredginger, so the same comp as last match. And then we have okay, so we've swapped out.
It was the
Who was
paintbrush,
last? I don't
right?
know.
Yeah, it was the paintbrush. We swapped it out for
Yeah, we
pencil
swapped
this time.
the paintbrush for a Snipe Rider. The Charger is a very interesting pick for a 2v2 tournament, but let's see if they can pull this off. They will have coolers now, which is definitely very powerful. But we see Gamsta go down to the Dreadringer. And Sanity is getting pushed, and he goes down. So that's an early game wipeout for Team Meow. Looks like they're going to be winning this match. They're much more oppressive power than a Snipe and an Octoshot.
I wonder how good the pencil really is here, because ever since that big nerf, the pencil can't actually paint that well. So Slim is going to need to hit some good snipes with this weapon here. And we'll see, because I don't know how good Slim is on charges. They could be very good, but let's see, because...
Although the weapon is called the Snipe Rider, it doesn't seem like we're able to hit that many shots here. And the timer has been ticking down consistently, so it looks like this might be a 100-0 loss. Although we do get a quick splat, and this might be their chance to take the zone back. And
They do take the
it,
zone.
And now they're able to put points down.
You know, the only thing the Snipe Rider is riding is a comeback. Let's see if we're going to see this actually happen, as we see a big push coming out from the Chill Dudes. Alan goes down once again, and here comes Velocity trying to stop this push. Unfortunately, unable to all on his own. He's going to need to give Alan some jumps here in order to get a bit of backup and try and stop this push.
There is also the powerful Booyah Bomb that he has been holding on to for a while. And it's coming out, and he might even paint the zone.
Let's see, here comes
And
the
with the
Booyah
double
Bomb
special, that zone is
plus
definitely
the
there.
Booyah. Or the Booyah Bomb plus the Reef Slider. Managing to take the zone, and Slim Sanity managing to get this important pick onto Alan. Velocity here just trying to avoid the Snipe Rider. Unfortunately gets takes a hit here, takes a second hit as well. Slim actually showing off some pretty good Snipe Rider skills.
That was an impressive splat right there. I was not expecting pencil skills this good today, but I'm color me impressed here. So we do see Team Meow. They're stuck in their court trying to get some way out, although they are being oppressed by the Snipe Rider. Although they both do have their special, so this could be a very easy zone cap for them. The Booyah Bomb comes out and is thrown over to the Snipe Rider, displacing them, and the Reef Slider comes out to try and cheese the zone, but it
unfortunately
doesn't look
not
like
cheesing the zone here. Pretty bad Reef Slider use, unfortunately, here. Alan still just trying to cap the zone. G-Master kind of going around, keeping the paint going, and with a more ink-efficient weapon than the Dreadringer, this is not going to be looking easy at all for Alan here. He's going to need to back up into that, like, sort of snipe area here. Here comes G-Master trying to get this pick. Manages to get it on Alan. Here we go with just a couple ticks remaining. It's up to Velocity to get this final pick, and here we do see the Booyah Bomb trying to paint the zone, but Booyah Bomb is not a painting special. And there we go. Team Chill Dudes takes the second game in the set. They are now 2-0. One more win, and they are going to win the entire tournament.
That there was very unexpected for me. I might have to take back my claim, being purely honest here. I expected a sweep from Team Meow, but from the way things are going, there is a chance that they could lose this. Although nobody really knows what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, Squidbeak here using the custom dowsers, and the strikes come out, and they're so tough, and everyone loves them for real. And Squidbeak is the best.
Yo, who is everyone? Yeah, why are we lying? Alright, everyone. It's time for Game 3. We have...
Here we are.
Yep.
This match could determine the entire tournament up to this point. We're here on Bluefin Zones, and it looks like their comp has stayed static. So they're going to have to either change playstyle or really push it out in this match to win. We see Team Chill Dudes running S-Blast 91, someone's favorite weapon.
Mm-hmm.
This could be a bloodbath for them.
Yo, Bloodbath? Geometry? Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Time for you to get a job.
Alright, so Team Chill Dudes currently is at 2-0 in this set here. So if they win this game, they will win the entire Summer Clash tournament. But we do see that Team Meow did get the first pick of the game on Slim Sanity here. So now they are going to be in the driver's seat for this first portion of the game. We see the strikes coming out from the Chill Dudes. Unfortunately, they just get immediately painted over here. There goes Slim Sanity kind of trying to play mind games with this Booyah Bomb. Let's see if it's going to do much of anything. It manages to paint the zone a little bit and displace the opponents here. But with that Reef Slider, Alan trying to stop this from happening. Unfortunately, getting taken out by Slim Sanity here. And down goes Velocity. We are seeing a counter push here.
That was a pretty powerful play. In this match, I do see Team Meow taking the win. Although the S-Blast is pretty powerful splatting-wise, it doesn't have the painting power required to win a zones match on Bluefin. And Dreadringer, with the Reef Slider and Suction Bomb, it definitely knows what it needs in order to take the zone here. And we see Alan trying to do that, popping Reef Slider and taking down Gamsta. But we do not see Sanity anywhere nearby. They're sharking up above their elevator. And when they're dropping down and they're trying to get a quick pick over here, we see them jump across. And they are trying to take both of them down, but then they do fail and get splatted by Velocity.
You might be right there, Squidbeak. The S-Blast is not a great weapon if you don't have a lot of paint on the stage, but I don't think Team Chill Dudes picked it for no reason here. They definitely see potential in the weapon, and I think it is certainly possible to see them do well with it, as we do see Slim here getting a pick onto Alan. We see Velocity is the only one who can kind of stop this push. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it here. Team Chill Dudes manages to take the zone, and Velocity deciding to just retreat and jump out to try and keep the game in a salvageable position, try and keep control of the match here. We see double Booyah Bomb coming out, and here we have the Reef Slider coming in and taking out Slim.
Currently looking at how this game is going, I definitely still see Meow taking the win here. They've been very oppressive on Team Chill Dudes, and although Team Chill Dudes has been using their specials appropriately, using Tri-Strike and Booyah Bomb to push them, dislocate them, and try to get the zone, I still see Meow, just with their overwhelming power of a Reef Slider and a Booyah Bomb, I still see them taking the win here. We do see a Gamsta on the other side away from the zone, and the zone is making its way back as it is now in no man's territory, but it is sliding right back as Team Meow does take back the zone, and we see Velocity trying to fight Gamsta over here right on the zone itself.
We see another Booyah Bomb here. Team Chill Dudes managing to try and contest the zone here, but let's see if they're going to actually be able to get the cap. They do manage to get the cap with the use of those ink strikes there, and now they have to fight this 2v2. Let's see if G-Master can get Velocity. We're seeing a bit of lag here, unfortunately. Let's see, is someone going to disconnect? And there we go. Unfortunately, G-Master has disconnected from the game here, and it was past the first minute, so there is not going to be a do-over. It's going to be up to Slim Sanity to try and take this game all on his own.
Slim Sanity, I don't see them winning. I already didn't see them winning before, but now I definitely don't see it. S-Class 91, it needs paint in order to fight. And ooh, wait.
Very good direct here that we do see, but unfortunately, even with the wipeout, a little bit too late here. And Team Meow is going to take this game 3.
Would you say that the only reason Team Meow won was due to the disconnect? Because in my opinion, they were still on a good streak up to that point, but I do know some people would disagree with me and say that the disconnect saved the set here. What do you think?
I think that the disconnect definitely had a huge part to play, but even though Team Meow was in a really good position early, there was always a chance for a comeback, and we saw, especially towards the end there, Team Chill Dudes was preparing for a pretty big push, and we saw how Slim Sanity managed to pop off towards the end there. I think if they had done that without the disconnect, that could have been pretty devastating for Team Meow, but there's no way of knowing what would have happened had the disconnect not been there. So we are just going to move to this game 4, and it is now the Chill Dudes' time to counterpick the stage.
Yeah. You get to do the opening this time.
Alright, it is game 4 here in our finals round. Slim Sanity and G-Master have selected Sturgeon Clams. We saw this map mode earlier in our top 4's game, and they're picking the same weapons as they did in that round as well. Versus Alan picking the Dreadringer D with those beacons and Wavebreaker. And Velocity picking the trusty Sticker Stamper. Let's see who's going to be able to get this win. We see Slim Sanity going aggressive here. Unfortunately unable to get this early pick here. And Alan managing to get this first double of the game.
Alright, we have Alan placing beacons around in case they ever need to retake here. We have that power clam getting scored. Although Alan does go down, and it's just left to Velocity to take down Gamsta in order to score extra clams. The Booyah does come out, and we're shooting them enough to score some extra clams in. And then Gamsta and Velocity will fight here, although Sanity is trying to get a sneaky pick on the basket. This won't work, as Alan is watching like a hawk, and there is no opportunity for him to slip in there.
We go, Alan managing to get this important pick on Slim Sanity here, just immediately stopping any chance for a push here. Here comes G-Master. Let's see, because the Dreadringer, especially with those beacons, is a very, very strong weapon for Clamblitz, and especially when you have a lot of paint power and a teammate who can fight really, really well. This can be pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing here. Let's see, in goes Velocity with that power clam, and it is thrown into the basket. Starting this next push here, lots and lots of clams for Team Meow to use here. Velocity just kind of keeping the basket open for even longer. Slim Sanity just almost going down here. And there we go, down goes Slim Sanity once more. Basket being held open once again by Team Meow. They're going on the offensive here. And it does look like G-Master and Slim Sanity are at quite a disadvantage here. Looks like they're going to have to try and go in for a power clam throw. But let's see if Team Meow is going to be able to keep the basket open. They unfortunately are not. Here we do see the bubble, but Alan trying to break the bubble here and KO Slim Sanity. Alan manages to get the splat here. And this looks like the end of the push for Team Chill Dudes.
That push from Team Meow was spectacular. The constant clam throwing that kept them at edge, and then Velocity with the constant flats. That's really what you want to see in a 2v2 clams push. It's just the best that you could probably end up with. And we do see Alan chasing down Gamsta, it seems, as they're trying to run off for a sneaky clam like they did last time. And Alan does get splatted this time. Oh, it was Sanity, not Gamsta.
There we go. Velocity also going down here. Team Meow was able to push all the way to 5. So it is very possible to see them take this win here. We see another jump here, being protected by the Kraken. Here comes Alan to try and stop this push, but unfortunately with a bit of laggy Kraken movement. I was going to say sloppy, but no, that was really just lag there. Simsanity able to move in and actually manage to jump out and retreat here. Probably the best play. And then here comes Velocity and Alan to try and create the final push of the game. They managed to do so. And now we are going to a game 5.
We're going to play our 5th round of the very last match of the Summer Clash tournament. This is going to be very interesting. I can smell it happening.
I'm sure the only thing that you're smelling is your green aura from not taking a shower for so long, but I think you're right. This next match is going to be very, very interesting, as we're going to see.
That was so snide for no reason. I didn't even do anything there. No, that counts. I caught you.
No, bro, not on my screen.
Alright then. Oh,
wait, no, if I go up here, then your run speed is, like, useless, I think. Is it?
No?
No!
Let's go. Alright, I'm a good commentator.
No, you swam. You're not allowed to do that. You're supposed to be the, supposed to be that snail from the... You know how they said you'd get, like... Oh my gosh, what am I saying? You know how there's this, like, scenario that people talk about where it's like you become super duper rich, but there's a snail that's chasing you, and if it touches you, you die?
Immortals.
Yeah, the immortal snail. Yeah. So you're supposed to just run. You can't swim, because otherwise it's not worth taking the money.
I don't think snails can swim in their slime, but okay, bro.
No, I mean, the snail's supposed to be slow. The idea is that you're slow. And you are also slow in your head, but, like...
I'm not slow. I'm very big and smart.
Well, one of those is correct, and it's not smart.
Alright, Amy. Get over here, twin.
Alright, let's go. Did we get the, We didn't get the thing yet. The counter pick, I don't believe. I'm still waiting for that.
I'm a good commentator now. It's official.
Well, I stopped moving. It doesn't count no more.
If the immortal guy stops moving, the snail isn't going to wait for me. He's not going to say, oh, wait, no, he's not moving. I have to wait. He's going to catch up and eat his soul.
Say you. No, I should say I should say you should say ready. Or I should say ready. Whatever, we alternate.
Wait, ready, on, yeah?
Oh my gosh, never mind.
Like, yeah, no, like how the game says ready, go.
No. I say R, you say you, and I say ready.
Oh! No, you say R, I say you, because you use a chud.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we might need to uninstall Squidbeak. Uninstall Discord.
You unironically plays leader, by the way.
She is kind of a
That's
chud.
like 8. Alright, let's do it.
Alright, everyone, are
you
ready for the final match?
Final match of the Summer Clash. Here we are, guys.
Alright, so we see E-Leader, Custom E-Leader, and the Frozen Splattershock Pro on the Chill Dude side versus the Dreadringer and Sticker Stamper on Team Meow. So we're playing Hammerhead with Leader. Honestly, if Slim can aim, you know, this could be a really, really bad matchup for Meow here, because Hammerhead is just it's the leader stage. It is the single E-Leader stage. It's just literally a long hallway with not a lot of cover, but we do see Alan really kind of squeezing water out of rocks here, trying to get these picks onto, trying to get these shots onto Slim in order to get this really important pick. If the leader goes down, the whole strategy might be a little bit lopsided. But let's see what Slim and G-Master can do here. Here we do see the Kraken coming out, trying to chase down Alan and Velocity, but unfortunately not quite able to find anyone just yet. We see Velocity trying to go in for this jump kill, managing to get it, and there we go, there is the wipeout, and Alan is going to be able to take the Rainmaker to the first checkpoint.
Off of your previous claim here, I definitely know, like based off of the pencil match, we definitely know that Sanity can aim. They've shown us that they could do a lot better than I expected, and that early game checkpoint is very disheartening for them. But it is unheartening for me, because I was rooting for Meow. And we do see them just suppressing them to the absolute finest. They've not been able to get barely any splats here. All they've had to their arsenal is their specials, and those have not gone very well for them.
We do see Slim Sanity really needs to get his aim on to try and take out both Alan and Velocity, because without a lot of paint, G-Master's not able to do very much here. You see the Rainmaker shield still just kind of getting painted and hit by Velocity here, as Velocity does try to give more jumps to Alan, while the opposing team really needs to try and push up here in order to take the Rainmaker further. What are they going to do? Right now we're seeing a little bit of a stall scenario here, as Alan and Velocity are trying to kind of keep the game in their favor, and to do so, they have to make it so that the Rainmaker doesn't move any further, or any further in the direction of their own checkpoint here.
Looks like Team Chill Dudes is definitely in a state of distress here. They've been not able to get anything out. They've been constantly being splatted, pushed around. It is not looking good for them, and it is definitely looking good for Team Meow.
Back-to-back wipeout here. And Slim Sanity with that insane snipe. Very, very important kill to get there. And they managed to take out Velocity as well. Although we do see that Team Meow has pushed all the way to 16 here. Let's see if Team Chill Dudes is going to be able to create a counter push here. They're going to need to get an important splat with the Rainmaker. Decide to just take it to the checkpoint first here. Probably the better play. Let's see here. Slim Sanity does need to get a very, very good snipe onto Alan specifically here, because Alan being able to kind of push on those ledges there and contest the leader, even if the leader's on that really good snipe position, the Dread will be able to kind of go in and take some very important splats here. We do see the Kraken coming out, trying to take out Alan here, just barely missing that splat. Very, very unfortunate here. There goes G-Master with the Rainmaker, just trying to put the Rainmaker in a better spot for Slim Sanity to take later. And we do see the jump out, going to the beacon there. Completely forgot that the B-Leader had beacon, actually. So that is very good.
It's the ski leader. That snipe earlier was very impressive, although I wouldn't say that that was stopping it. I'd say that's more of delaying the inevitable, as I do still see Team Meow taking the win here. They have pushed it down to 16, and it is the final minute of our final match of the final set of the final tournament that this server will ever host. We're just shutting down after this.
Yeah, we're totally shutting down the server if Alan wins this game, but let's see.
The Amyverse is canceled.
Alright, here we go. We see the Kraken coming out, just trying to put ample pressure here. Do see the Kraken just kind of trying to intimidate Velocity here, and we see a double splat here coming out from Alan with that Reef Slider there. This is a huge position for Team Meow, and now it looks almost impossible to win for Team Chill Dudes here. And here comes Velocity with the Stamper. G-Master goes down once again, and with only 15 seconds remaining, the only thing Team Meow needs to do is to just retreat with the Rainmaker and keep it in a spot where the Chill Dudes are going to be unable to take it back. And there we go, with 3 seconds remaining on the clock, your Amyverse Summer Clash champions, Meow.
Clap it up for Team Meow, guys. A round of applause from everyone in the audience. That was a spectacular set. This tournament as a whole, it was amazing. We had some tense moments, some good matches. This was just a wonderful event for Amy to host. Thank you, Chud Amy. We love you, twins.
Okay, Squid Beak. Now you need to go take a shower.
You see, Halo knows it, bro. We all saw the comeback coming. Koopa keeps her house. Koopa keeps her house.
Right, a wonderful set, a wonderful tournament played by
Alan,
both of our finalist teams here. I am...
Alan, right hand.
No, bro, we are not letting anyone on this day.
Yes, Alan is my GOAT!